Oh,
are we taking a rest?
Yes.
Let's just get there first.
Okay.
I think we agreed at the end we had taken a long rest.
Long rest.
Yeah.
Well, some of us may have.
Oh.
I don't know how much rest in there was going on.
I accept not taking a long rest.
Well, long rest doesn't need to be sleeping.
Shit, I gotta open the fucking, I gotta open my character sheet. I'm sitting here vibing, like.
Yeah, so
and we're live right now, so
good.
What?
He had said.
I am so, guys, I'm so ready for the game. I have my glasses on. You know what that means.
Oh no.
I have all my mimosa supplies.
Does it mean you can see? That's usually what having glasses on means.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know what you're killing then.
I'm ready for some big brain.
All right, Lantern, do your intro. Oh, come on.
Entirely in text. No.
I just feel bad for the people who follow the podcast, because this is going to be the most random start to a show that they're ever going to get.
We're live.
I guess if you're opting to listen to the Bitter Victory on your podcast, you kind of knew what
you respect that.
You knew what you signed up for.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're this far in, you're not surprised.
No.
Exactly.
I guess it's time for last time on the Bitter Victory.
Well, first, let's get around the table and
introductions first.
My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir. Ori, it's not usually this. Saturday mornings are always this nuts.
Yep.
I am the dungeon guide for this adventure. The Bitter Victory is a 5th edition original homebrew sandboxy-ish pirate game with these amazing people who are going to go around the table, introduce themselves, say who they are, where we find them, who they're playing, and who their character's first love was.
Ooh.
Since we were talking about the lengths at which some people will go if other people get murdered, let's pull the heartstrings for just a moment, and we're going to kick it off with the amazing and effervescent That Other Pond.
Hello, everyone. I'm That Other Pond. Don't mind me. I was just threatening Les in a little text right now saying there's only one correct answer for that. Anyway, you can find me streaming over at That Other Pond. I'm about to go on a little break, though, for my job stuff, but I will be back and around, so please still go check me out. I play Marie Fakari, the Imperial Princess, who apparently her title doesn't mean shit in this world. So, she's doing what she can. And her first love was absolutely Ellis. She had never paid attention to anyone else ever in her life until she met her bae. Did I miss anything?
Nope. Which then will segue very naturally into Lieutenant Ellis, played by Lesbianic Fury.
It's me. Hello. You can find me nowhere except here on Saturdays at 10 p.m. if you're in Australia, and various other times if you're from various other places. I play Ellis. She is the bodyguard to the Imperial Princess. It is strictly professional. I don't know why you're talking about. And my long story, my headcanon for Ellis is always that she, because she made the warlock deal at a young age, she lost quite an understanding of feelings. And the first person that she ever had genuine feelings for was the lady Sozbout Sadie. That's, the reason she can't, she doesn't feel like she owes you an apology is because she definitely dipped, because she definitely felt nothing.
I guess that's why you still keep the necklace then.
Well, sentimentality is a learned subject. We'll get into it. We got time. Who's to say?
Oh, my word.
Okay, we'll kick that around now to Daddy Wisdom.
Hello, my name's Daryl. Daddy Wisdom across Twitch, Twitter, and the YouTubes, etc. I play the Reverend Boddington, who is very religious and pious. Absolutely 100%. No, please don't ask questions about that. Things happen when you do. And I am kind of along for the ride, really. This was a route of experience but has quietly grown fond of the crew actually. Even Innis, as he sort of like is thinking he's thinking he's sort of like he's kind of like a favorite pet, you know. But he's a good boy, yeah. But yeah, he's picked up obviously that he's on a kind of a madhouse ship, and he quite likes that. His first love, probably somebody from whence he is escaping, and that is actually one of his biggest regrets about why he's having to leave as well. But that is because of stuff that happened in the Empire, which meant he had to go. And that will be that's the weapon Boddington for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, and then over to Al.
I am Snafu Al, or just Snafu. I can be found at twitch.tv/SnafuAl every Thursday and Friday. Where we play games. I am playing Innis, as just mentioned. Is the ship's artificer, keeps the engines running because the ship has engines, and tinkers with every goddamn thing all the goddamn time. And I don't know that he's quite experienced love per se. Crushes, yeah, but he's a bit emotionally stunted, really. I think his first love is to fidgeting and gadgets and doodads and the insanity that he's doing with that.
Above.
And last but definitely not least, or because if I ever suggest she is, she'll murder me, Jenna.
Jenna Daggers or Mandalorian, you can call me either. I am playing Sadie, the ship's disaster Bardlock, and in-house fiddler. And Sadie hasn't necessarily experienced love. She's experienced infatuation, flings, but the first like actual real relationship she's had was with her duck as her best friend, her companion. This is the longest she's ever stuck by someone.
Oh.
So Confi is the first platonic love.
Oh, that's sweet.
I should.
It's like that Michael
elaborate.
Jackson song, isn't it? You know, was it Ben? But instead of that, it's Comfy. You know, Ben. Da, 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 you know, that one. Do you know? Yeah, classic.
I thought that was going a totally different direction.
Yeah, me too. I was like, which one before I say yes?
Starting with the duck in the mirror.
No, I was going with the sentimental sweet one where his only friend was a rat. But your only friend maybe is a duck, and I hear you through the cabin doors occasionally, just going comfy. Da, 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 da,
Oh, I sing to Comfy all the time. We have a nice little routine. She has like little like ankle tambourines that she pats on.
Love it.
And my name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and I'm going to be attempting to run a game with this particular group of people. If you have not, I strongly recommend you check them out. Their links are all there in the chat. Everyone that is on the Twitter is amazingly fun to hang out with on the Twitters. Everyone that's on Twitch is amazingly fun to hang out with here on Twitch, and that applies to Liz as well, because we try to get her as often around as we can get her. Also, if you're clicking links, there's a free set of cards there to impact the game today. If you want to pop in and become part of the game itself, they can do anything from give the characters a bonus to give the NPCs a bonus. One of my personal favorite things to see y'all do. And I always provide a free pack of cards to anyone that's hanging out, so you don't have to worry about, you get a chance to see what it's like before you commit to anything. But so there's that. And Ori, thanks for hanging out. We're glad to have you hanging in with us, and hopefully you don't regret this decision a few minutes from now. So let's see, that's all the housekeeping. Oh, and last but not least, you'll see down there in the corner it says the Book of Fate. Another way you can contribute to the game is your cheers feed the book. Every 100 cheers is worth a reroll, which lets them kind of spare themselves a minor disaster. So that's another way you can contribute and influence the outcome of the game. So we can see
a code for you again, by the way, for Streamloots. Lucky 33 is active until 12 p.m. PST today. and will get you 33% off, and will not affect the revenue that that is obtained for the streamer at that point.
And
so if you use,
not April Fools. If you
Yes,
haven't
that's
used
probably
it yet,
still accurate, yeah.
we'll also get you a discount. So you can get 2 packs of cards at discounted.
Yes. So if you're feeling lucky 33, I will be shilling exactly the same code in my stream later tonight. Thank you. But there you go. For those who do want to get your D&D cards and influence the occasional battle, etc., then Lucky 33 will get you a massive discount. There you go.
Thank you for the reminder.
No worries.
Okay, so we were coming in on the we came live on a sudden burst of remembrance of, hey, what's going on? And yes, the party had a long rest because they'd had quite a bit of action happen, and I was more than comfortable with saying, yep, you can have a long rest now. I am not the DM who's going to go, oh, no, there need to be 4 more encounters today before you rest. So no, you can't rest yet. We have to have more encounters. I know those types. So I'll click that button there that resets that side of things. The story thus far, in a very brief nutshell, if I am correct, the ship has sailed into the Stout Isles so that Lady Marie may attempt to open trade negotiations with King Victor I, or his representatives, as it would be. But as heir to the imperial throne, this is an opportunity to prove that she can handle imperial responsibilities, or get her out of the house because they just don't want to deal with Lieutenant Ellis anymore.
Excited to see how this looks from the other side of the camera. Have no idea what all that stuff about cards, etc., but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, probably both.
Welcome back, and thank you for the subscription again. We're glad to have you as part of our family. Happy Saturday morning. For the record, Zilg, if you need the excuse, and I know you don't, we are all imbibing. And this ain't coffee.
First of all, they love me in the Imperial household. I don't know why you say that. They love my lack of noble title. And
Is that it? Is that it? Okay. So the ship
they love that shit.
Has sailed in. It is not long. Before they come across their first bit of interesting chicanery, and that being the ship was attacked by a pair of pirate vessels working in concert. The larger of the two was known as the Fiddler's Dew, captained by a woman known to her crew as the Queen of the Damned. And if memory serves, you never actually got her name.
I have her name.
You have her name. Did you write it down?
I did, yeah. Because what's the first hot one's name? She told me her name in the very beginning. I want to say it's Cornelia Armstead.
It is.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. You were trying to like slide into her DMs, weren't you?
And she said Queen of the Damned to me. Mm-hmm. And then I said it to her at the table, and she was like, "You're not wrong." And I was like, "Hell yeah."
Wackiness ensued. Battle happened. You guys won. The crew lost. You surrendered rather than risk the ship sinking, which caused Innes a small amount of stress because he was all like, "Hey, I can make sure the ship doesn't sink."
Innes stress? Never. Cool as a cucumber. If that's been left out in the midday sun.
But you were able to escape from captivity after discovering that part of the ritual for joining the Fiddler's Dew is that you have to get murdered by the captain and then resurrected.
Minor detail.
You escaped with the help of one of the youngest crew, a young man named Darby, who helped you sneak off.
Wait, I thought Darby was a lady.
We had a perception check on that.
Yeah, we saw
them hips.
There's a clip of this.
Yeah, because I do believe that
we have video evidence.
Are they hot if we kind of clean them up a bit and what have you? Yeah.
And the follow up the follow up tweet, if I recall correctly.
Follow-up.
Yes, is she hot? She weighs 100 pounds and she's super scrawny. Yes, but
Is she hot though?
You've not said no.
Elaborate.
Although Darby has not acknowledged, unless we can open with that as the conversation. That is up to you all. But Darby is still has not yet said anything about his identity.
There are they.
Okay.
That's really up to them, isn't it?
It is. However, how did Darby introduce themselves to us, technically?
I don't know if
It-
it was
I don't
covered.
think did.
I don't think Darby said, "Hi, my name's Darby. My pronouns are she, her."
Yeah.
So
So that's the thing.
I don't even know if we know their name, to be honest with you.
No,
I
we
can't-
I
do.
know.
No, we do know the name.
We do
I
know the
know.
name.
At least, yeah. Marie
Okay, well,
does.
Murray, did you politely ask them for their pronouns, or are you just rude about it?
I'm always just rude.
Okay, big mood.
Imperial Princess.
Big ass mood.
Not that I want to disrespect, but I just don't care.
Shit on. Fair.
Fair.
You were pretty mad at me at the time, I understand.
You got off the ship.
Oh,
You
the
successfully got off the
Fiddler's
ship
Jew.
and got back on yours. You got it underway. You were able to disable enough of the Fiddler's Jew that it could not turn to engage you, allowing you to just sail off. We ended last session with a bit of a hook for this week, in that Darby, as a thank you for getting them off of the ship, handed over to Lady Marie a globe about the size of a large of a softball, maybe a little bigger. That's covered in runes, and you can see where you can. There's all kinds of gears and straps on it, or not straps. Sections of it that can be spun, like a really crazy clockworky Rubik's cube.
Sphere.
Like sphere.
Rubik's orb.
Rubik's orb. Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
And that's where we left off. Did I miss anything?
Are we still on the ship?
Lady Marie's performance check.
Yeah.
Okay. Specifically, Lady Marie and Ellis taking over the captain's quarters. That's their new room. It's canon. No one wants to go in there now anyway.
They don't?
No.
Okay. That's fair. Excuse me. All right, I am going to pop up your ship.
I don't
on
want to roll initiative like naked if someone tries to bust in. I don't think we have time for that.
I don't know if you would have advantage or disadvantage, because no one wants to fight a naked person, you know? Like, where do you put your hands? It's very uncomfortable. So it might work out for you.
I'm going to let that one just go by. That's a... Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay.
Not swinging at that one.
Nope. Okay. So, you've had some time to rest. You've had some time to be on the ship. Darby is doing their part with Leaf, the other crew that you've
Oh,
adopted.
yeah, we forgot about Leaf. What the heck?
Hey,
Yes,
that's right.
Leaf,
Got
the
across.
older gentleman who was on his last tour at sea, which was literally signing up to
Just
protect.
one more tour to retirement.
Yes, one more tour at sea before retirement, where he would be settling down with his dryad wife, only to find out just before he left that she had been messing around with a former crewmate. And so his last act before putting to sea was to file the divorce papers and then get aboard. He's still kind of shaken by the whole thing. Who has taken over as the ship's pilot. And he's not bad at it, you think?
Reassuring.
And
Can we be sure he's
Yeah.
bad at it?
well,
What do you mean?
Can we see how not bad at it he is?
as near as you can tell, the ship mostly goes straight.
Good.
Are we supposed to be going straight?
Well, that's up to a navigator, not a pilot. That's one of you guys.
Oh, I don't know about that. Is it?
You took over the room with the maps,
No, I took
I'll
over the
take
room
care
with
of
the
it.
double bed.
which is the room with
There
the
are-
maps.
Yeah, it
I'll move
does
them.
look like there are
It's
some
fine.
maps right there.
Yeah.
They weren't paying attention to that side of the room.
They're on the floor, I'd say that much for sure.
Looks like a nice frog.
There is definitely an ass print in one of those maps. Is that it is 18 plus. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
I've already said it, so it's happening.
You did
Yeah,
remember to
well,
put on the
ship-
18 plus.
I
Right?
guess
That-
18 plus is up.
That ship has sailed many,
I even
many
went,
hours
I even
ago.
went through all the tags Twitch would let me attach to see if there's anything on there. It's like profanity,
Yep.
adult language,
Yeah.
R rating.
Some of that. Oh, just a
Wow,
punch.
you really don't
Yeah.
trust us.
Adult
No,
situations.
I trust
know.
you completely. I trust you're going to swear like a bunch of Australian sailors.
I mean, it's only appropriate to the campaign.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
role play.
Something like that. Okay. So the as the morning dawns and everyone has had a chance to have their shenanigans as they need to have them.
For certain
Right.
different values of shenanigans.
What did
depending on who we're
What did
talking about.
everybody else get up to last night? I want to know.
Well, on the whole, Alice, I got to tell you, I had to cut my mind, but I was basically trying to ignore you, basically, because you weren't quiet, Alice. You were not quiet. I'm sorry. Just I don't want to be
That is
indelicate
a
here,
known fact.
Yeah, that's on
Alright.
brand.
you know. So I was nursing an hangover, as you know. I'm feeling a lot better
Ellis-
this morning. Thank
Ellis
you very much.
It's a good-
does not find offense to your language. She says nothing on the subject.
Well,
Well,
let's
yeah,
put everybody on
same.
one side of the ship and put you guys on that side of the ship.
Yeah, I was definitely taking the air.
down there. I'm in my room.
You, well, that is 2 decks down. I guess that's not so bad.
So I probably have an actual bunk somewhere, but I think
Yeah.
Innes is more the kind of person to just fall asleep at his desk.
Looks like there's a room on the same.
It's like the hammocks
Yeah.
for like split shift sharing, sleeping, not sharing. What the fuck?
No,
Maybe,
Innes
I don't
isn't
know.
important enough to get a room.
I want.
No,
this
it's a
one.
room where everybody sleeps. There's like 7
Ah,
hammocks or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now that we're down to such a small crew, I could probably steal a room somewhere, but Innes is still quite, despite, or maybe as you pointed out so succinctly, Lieutenant. Yeah, he's a bit non-confrontational. Probably waking up having spent most of the night tinkering with like a couple of like watch gears stuck to his face, having fallen
Wow.
asleep face down in whatever project.
In my mind, he has a little hammock in the engine room.
Yeah, whether he actually uses it for sleeping or for keeping things in.
That's it. Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense.
Kunfi is a known snorer, which is why Sadie needs her own room with Kunfi.
Okay.
Thank you, Polymorph.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Just
And he's probably
In-
snoring a lot more because we still haven't gotten that ring out. So that is probably what I'm going to do over the night is try to make Kunfi throw up. And I'm like, you can do it. You can do it.
That's true.
And I'm like, I'm really sorry.
just to point out, gameplay wise, finishing a long rest, I've prepared my arcane firearm.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Just bringing that up now in case it comes relevant yet later.
At some point, I will understand what that means.
It is essentially a metal wand with a pistol grip. It's a gun with no barrel
Great.
that I use as an arcane focus.
Okay. That seems reasonable. As you gather yourselves and check on the ship, it is under sail, save on fuel, and it makes generally better time. Anyone that
Excuse me. It takes me an hour to bond to my hand axes, so would currently not be with the party because I'm,
waking up,
my morning ritual with my buddies. We just vibing.
you have to do that every morning.
Yes, you have to do it every day, and it takes an hour. It's like a ritual thing.
Hey, it's usually done as part of the long rest, isn't it?
Yeah, but like in the
All right.
description, it's like you have to spend an hour doing a ritual, and it resets every day.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I do not see a
Right.
reset.
But I got too many fucking tabs.
Third
to
level
find it.
ritual bond. You can perform the ritual one over the course of a week. Done. Short rest. Can be done over a short
polymorph,
rest. So you can do it
spoilers.
as part of the.
Yeah, so like it's part of my ritual.
Part of your
like
long
my
rest.
morning thing. I'm a little slow to catch up with
Yeah.
everybody.
So that's good to go. That's part of your long rest.
Yeah, cool. Lit.
So you're up. You got it.
Vibing.
You have happy dreams about an axe right before you wake up. You're good.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Okay. Anyone that wants to learn about sailing has an opportunity, as Leaf is more than happy to share his knowledge. Most of which
Probably
involves
useful.
pointing and shouting at you because right now, well, here's why it's shouting. There's nobody to work the tops besides Darby. So there's nobody to put out sail or put in sail.
Oh, Sadie
Hold
will be
on.
a top.
No, there was like okay. There was like you said that everybody like there were a bunch of crew people.
Oh,
who
that's
were,
right. That's right. You do have
So there-
you do have a
Yeah, we
skeleton.
have
to
a-
do,
Oh, we got Darby
because
round them up.
otherwise you said that Darby gathered everybody
Yep.
onto the
Yep.
so there were because otherwise we wouldn't have taken it. I think because we were too shit with
It
ourselves.
is probably a good idea for at least one of us to know this.
That's right.
You knew that already.
The named crew are Darby and Leaf, and there's like 5 other people that you're not going to get names for.
Oh.
I want all of the names.
Yeah, well,
I want crew member number 3's name right now.
like herding fucking cats. Brahm. There you go. Reformed pickpocket.
Cool.
Copy. Paste. There you go.
All I
Additional
remember is that there was enough people to run the ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
GG's.
Unless anyone else wants to learn how to run a ship, in which case you can learn it now. You have a chance to look over the orb, the Rubik's orb that has been handed over to Lady Marie.
I do know some Arcana shit. Not much. Never mind. I only have a +1. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's better than nothing.
True.
In fact,
I have nothing.
you have half proficiency in it. Which you have half
could
proficiency
look it
in
over.
everything.
Jack of all.
It has the different dials on it that you can spin around the radius, around the circumference of it, have numbers. And as you do so, you notice that there's a phrase that has been etched into the copper. And the phrase reads, "The key is in the quill."
Oh yeah, that's right. We did find that out last time.
And as you start to inspect it, you notice that there are more numbers underneath it. The numbers are... hang on, let me do this.
Hold on.
Oh, I got
I
your
don't
back.
have to write things down today.
Yeah.
I was not expecting maths today. Going to tell you right now.
There you go. Lots of different places you can see them. The numbers
Oh no, it's
are
my lottery numbers.
3, 7, 10, 11, 12, 17.
Cool.
All you have to do is figure out the next number.
All right, hold on. They're not prime numbers. 2, 10, 12.
The Reverend at this point decides to
Wait a
go
minute.
get himself a coffee from the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm with the Reverend. We have to go.
My age is hurting.
I just gotta.
We're just going to go to the galley.
I'll walk you out.
All right, would you? Yeah, just let's see if there's any coffee on this bloody place, would you?
in that I'm also going to return
Of
your
course,
dagger.
he did that
And
because he got
you
this
can
puzzle,
keep it if you want.
and
sure.
it doesn't work.
see, we knew that's why we left. We were like, fuck this noise.
Like, I copy and pasted this puzzle from something, and I'm like, yeah, this is a great little puzzle. I like this. I dig this. And I'm like,
I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck?
and I remembered, wait a minute, that's not going to work. Because that doesn't work. Because
So you gave us a broken puzzle just now?
there's that. And then that does. And that does. So why aren't those included?
I would like a new puzzle, please.
I'm going to give you a new puzzle. Because that
Scratch
puzzle
that
sucks.
puzzle.
So we're just going to throw this orb overboard and look for another orb.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look,
Any
there's
more
another
orbs?
orb.
Got any more
There's another
orbs?
orb behind that first orb.
Okay, new puzzle.
First puzzle was knowing that it was broken.
Yeah, the first puzzle was looking at it and going, okay, so that one was supposed to be, DM commentary, was supposed to be based on the words of the numbers.
Oh, GG.
Oh yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
And whether or not they had a 3 in them.
We acting like we know. We're not even in the room anymore.
And I'm like, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, no, that doesn't work. Unless I'm missing something. And so screw that. So new puzzle.
Where is? Oh yeah. Where are we looking at this right now?
That's a
'Cause
good
we're
question.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I guess because if other people are checking it out, I'm guessing I'm doing it someplace public then. My head says I would be storing it away and try and figure out, but she'll be she'll
we
be
sitting around this table or like this middle table, or is it just for us?
I think that's a carpet.
No, this is a fucking table.
Oh. Well, where we were
I'm in the
was a
kitchen.
room.
I'm not even in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Me and the Reverend are over here vibing.
Coffee. We're over here having
I'm
coffee.
eating
Wiping footprints off the
breakfast
stovetop.
here and
Yeah.
looking at it as well.
We're like, oh, we could. Also, you're making it public, eh?
Well,
GG.
people have already
Well,
been peering at it, so I'm following the narrative.
Practicing their eyebrow raises. Indeed.
Yeah, we're just chatting. I'm gonna give the Reverend back his dagger that he so kindly lent me.
Right, I've got yeah.
What do you think about that pirate lady in her shadow blade? That's a nice.
Quite nice. I mean, I'd need an instruction manual for it, I think, because
7.
I get a feeling if
I
you-
have it. Yeah.
I kill
29.
people with it. What? What?
The
It is
next number is 29.
Yep.
Then we're
Excuse me.
29. We were just
Well,
talking.
anyway.
Busy over here.
Anyway.
You
I wonder
see
if it
Sadie
would-
just bust in the room, just saying 29, interrupting any conversation that is happening.
What is 29 and why should I care, Sadie?
The magic ball.
What about the magic ball?
It's 29. It's maybe not 29, but the number should be 29 for the next one.
If the DM wrote a puzzle that's actually solvable.
How pissed off is Marie that she didn't get that first?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
I had it. I was just waiting for everyone for silence.
Oh no, fuck that.
Waiting for silence with this lot.
Yes, because you add 3 plus 4 equals 7.
Yeah.
4 plus 7 is 11.
Yeah,
11 plus
exactly.
18.
Yeah.
The classic Fibonacci sequence.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just in the kitchen raising eyebrows at each other.
Yeah, we're just practicing.
Polymorphism
Right, yeah,
on.
I feel that it was not as efficient as it could be. I felt I had to kind of make it really quite clear that I was raising
Yeah, I
an eyebrow.
apologize for my
That's
misunderstanding.
all right. It's all right. No, but, just keep an eye on the Twitch. You Twitch, and it's kind of
1 is yes, 2 is no.
it's one whether it's attack, defense.
This is contemplate. Like, should we?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and remember, it's just tiny little nods, or little, and then are you getting this, Sadie? You're in this, aren't you? Yeah, you
She
understand?
solved the puzzle. She doesn't get.
Sadie,
Yes,
Just do-
I can do eyebrows.
just show us. Can you just show? Can you show us your shall we attack eyebrow, please?
But with the little side smirk, so it's like opposite
Quite
side smirk
impressive,
and then
if
eyebrow
I
raise.
must admit.
That's the murder
It is-
smirk.
It is quite
All right.
impressive.
As
Cool.
you as
Awesome.
Marie spins the dials to line up the 29 as the next number, which takes a bit of work. It's not the kind that you can just randomly try numbers on. You have to kind of know what your target is. You can hear it click as the 2 and the 9 slide into place. And the globe actually cracks open. And
in a good way, right?
In a good way. You can see it's hinged to
It's a
separate
Kinder
the
Egg.
2 hemispheres.
Ooh.
And inside is a rolled up bit of parchment that you can start to unroll and unfold into, a decent sized map. As you lay it out on the table, you can recognize having at some point probably looked at the ship's charts, either trying to figure out where you are or in passing as one of you was pressed up naked against them. And you recognize the area that you are in. Though everything is where it's supposed to be. You can see some of the islands here and there. But what catches your eyes the most as you're looking at it is that the map is animated. So everywhere that they've drawn in the waves actually flow back and forth. As you look down one of the islands, it's all marked up where there's a couple of palm trees drawn to indicate foliage. The leaves on the trees blow with the wind. At the edges of the map where you can see the iconic phrases of "Here be monsters," periodically a sea serpent will rise and fall in the drawings.
Ooh.
The more you study it, you eventually decide to flip it over, and on the back is an inscription, phrased, written out in very fine calligraphy. In the forge, hang on, I'm going to throw it in our chat because I want to be sure the punctuation comes through. In the forges, the steel is tested. In St. Elmo's, the mast does glow. In the volcanoes, the rock is bested. So in this, my map must go.
Is there a St. Elmo's on the map?
St. Elmo's fire is.
I was about to say.
Yay!
I was like, there's a volcano. We're talking about St. Elmo.
Yeah.
You got St. Elmo's fire, which is obviously when it glows and stuff in a thunderstorm.
Okay, out of character, if I had known you would know that, I would have written a different puzzle. Because I was writing one that hinged on knowing what St. Elmo's fire was, and I went, man, that is obscure nautical knowledge. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Non-reverend comment. I've read all the Patrick O'Brien books. So...
Oh, so there
Master
are little parts of
Commander.
your heart that are like, that's not how this works.
That's right. So again, So in fire, the forged steel is tested. In fire, the mast glows. In the volcano's fire, the rock is bested. So into fire, my map must go.
Reverend just strolling across the room, picking it up and throwing it in the fire and everything.
Well, I think we burn. I think we burn it. I think we burn it.
I was going to say, how about we hold it up to a candle to see if there's any secret writing that is heat activated?
I think, we could try that, and then we can burn
Why
it.
don't we try that first, at least?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll find out you're wrong, and then we'll burn it. Yeah. Do that.
You know I love burning things. You know I love burning things.
We all right.
I'm not burning this map. I will
No, we're
hold it
not
up to a
burning it
candle.
yet, but we
Not
will hold
burning
it up to a candle or put it near something hot.
Could we just burn the corner of it?
No, because if you burn the corner of it, sometimes the whole thing burns.
Yeah.
I do love fire. I really do, but
I do.
I love treasure more.
I'm just reading that. And I really do feel like there's some sort of Bernie type thing going on here. And your ladyship, I would implore you to burn said map.
I would like to, if the candle trick does not work, I will burn the map.
Should we maybe make a copy of it first?
Are you an artist?
Am I an artist?
Have you got access to some sort of Adobe
I'm
Animator
serious.
type software, actually? Because it does kind of have like things wiggling on it.
Yeah, she's a bard. She has
Can I
Knows
do
how
an
to do
Arcana
things.
check on the map?
Sure.
Just to see if I can figure out like the origin or if this is like a thing that I've ever seen before. It's like,
Yeah, like, is it a riddle or is it magic?
I don't know shit.
Oh,
Bonk.
I'm pissed about it.
Donk, da donk, donk, donk.
Right, group Arcana
Wait,
checks.
wait.
And I was like, I see her
LFG.
struggling, and I'm like, all right.
Ines is
try this again.
Opportunity
Ines,
to
This is
one
not
up the
great, not
lady.
great, not great.
Ines is distracted with whatever he's working on. He's not going to do anything unless it is specifically addressed.
Yep, it
You know
looks like a
what?
map. We have confirmation you're looking at a
Fuck
map.
it.
And I'm like,
It's a
Oh,
map.
I'm the best
What?
one.
Pull
I
him
didn't
off
even know it was
for a
animated.
roll.
I'm the best one.
Stop,
You're the best
back
one
up,
in the same.
and
Okay.
do it again.
Whoop, back up.
There's
back up.
lines on this paper. What dark magics is this?
Back up. Sadie
Volcanoes.
Sadie was just given a reroll.
Yeah.
Thanks
Oh,
to
yay.
Polymorph.
thank you so much. I
Put me around this table. Get around this table.
Stop.
woo! That's better. That's a
That's
15.
Yay.
Better.
Oh wait, they can't see the. Oh, I guess the map doesn't matter, as in like the game map, not the.
It's a ship.
Yeah.
We've been on the ship before.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually there's the ship.
It's not just a ship. It's our
The
ship.
ship.
Yep. And then we'll go back to that.
We're hanging. We're just hanging.
Yeah, I only put the map out when we really need, when everyone
Big
really
mood.
needs to see it because I like more of my screen real estate taken up with all of you amazing people. I don't like losing
GGs.
that much of the screen to the map
Understandable.
because you guys are so awesome and good looking. So, it's the way I roll. Okay, so based on that, Sadie will confirm this is
It is
There's-
indeed a map.
It's a magic map.
There's also clearly some kind of a very low grade enchantment on it to create the animation. And there's definitely something else in it beyond that.
I think we need to find the quill.
No, you don't, because there was nothing about quills. That was
The key is in the quill.
That never
that was part of
existed.
a puzzle that didn't work.
There's no quills.
Aw.
No quills.
Because that was back when I was thinking, okay, they're not going to figure out how because that one was the numbers that you had to write down and look for all the E's. That was meant to be a hint to help you figure out the next number in the sequence. Yeah.
On the map itself.
Yep.
Is there any places of significance, like I don't know, a volcano? I just need to know. I just need to
Or
know if the
perhaps a
volcano is
forge.
bullshit.
You can go grab one of the other maps and compare them.
I'm just looking at the map.
There's
that we
nothing
have.
on it that sticks out that says, "Hey, I am a special point on this map."
There's no volcanoes in them. Because it's animated. So if
Oh
there
yeah,
was
there's probably an active volcano somewhere. Sure.
but not on the map.
Oh, on the map, yeah, it's over there.
Okay, thanks.
In fact, every once in a while, there's actually it's not really it's hard. Is it active or not? There's smoke coming out of it. So it's not erupting, but there's just this little trail of smoke
Yeah, that's not fun.
coming up. You never know. You could throw someone into it. Maybe they'll burn up. It's hard to say.
Ooh.
We don't even have Brian anymore,
So,
so
Well, that's true. We remember we're sending Brian an apology fruit basket at some point.
No, fuck that.
No.
He's undead
No.
now.
You know,
No. He made his bed, his
Yeah.
dead bed, his death bed,
Okay.
and now he lies in it.
And also, if we send an apology fruit basket, we're gonna have to maybe put a return address on it, and then they'll know where our ship is.
That's a bit of hassle, isn't it? Yeah. I
Yeah.
do think if you're perceiving something inside this map, I think we burn it and find out.
Would I
what's
be able to
inside.
gather if burning it would be productive?
It would do something.
It would do something. Yes, indeed
Right.
it would.
I'm just gonna hold it up to the candle
Yeah,
instead.
it's not hard to find a candle you can hold up to it, and unfortunately, not a lot happens. Parts of the map get better lit, and you can kind of see a little bit through it, and you can see the writing when you catches the light, but nothing fascinating happens. I would love it though if Marie would give me a quick dex check. If you have water, by the way, top it off while she's rolling that.
Just straight up dex.
Yep.
you're gonna
Thanks.
fuck this and light the map on fire.
I feel like I would not be that bad at 15.
Okay.
I'm
I was just
holding
looking
it.
for a natural one.
I already got that out of the way. Thank you.
There's always room for more.
Like the 3 natural 20s I rolled.
Shut
in
up.
The convergence.
So, yeah, a 3-hour game session, and there were like 6 natural 20s that went down. Anyway, yeah, so nothing interesting happens as you hold the map up to the candles.
All right, I'll light it on fire.
Nice.
Are you sure?
Not anymore.
You're trusting the half-drunk rogue cleric.
I am not drunk. I have had a chance. I've had fresh air. I've been on the wall. I'm on the coffee. I'm all right. Yeah.
I'd also like to
Hungover?
clarify
Yes.
that no, I do not trust the half-drunk cleric. I trust the riddle.
What's this about being drunk? I am not drunk.
All right,
was
hang on. I
drunk.
got
It's not personal. It's Lady Marie.
Okay, so you're burning the map. I'm gonna have to recalibrate here. You're sure about this?
Well,
No, now.
I'm a real asshole of a teacher because this is what I do to them all the time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Confidence is key.
let's burn it.
Oh, as I stand on a table and say this, evidently.
As you pass the map into the candle, it starts to smolder a bit, and then the fire races along it, almost to the point where you are surprised at how fast it's consumed.
Flash paper.
Within a few seconds, there is literally nothing left of the map.
I turn
Except-
towards. Oh,
Yes.
Except a red glowing sphere, about the size of one of those larger marbles, that sort of hovers above the candle.
I really want to touch it.
It's probably really hot.
is it glowing
Can I
red
use
because it's
just
hot?
just the
Are
tip?
you asking, is the sphere hot?
It used to be the ongoing question of the
Wow.
Seriously, I mean, you're obsessed. You're obsessed. A lot of you. Seriously. Is it hot? Yeah. I know. I don't. No, not. You know what? You know what I mean.
I
think
meant
you
to
do.
the touch.
Yeah, that as well.
That's what you usually mean as well. Isn't it?
Oh no.
Does Ellis give in?
You know, quite a few times in her life, she's just given in to the passion of such heat.
The previous night being one such occasion.
Good old curiosity taking over.
You know,
reached
she's
for it.
really.
Lady Marie wants to slap her hand away.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
Does anybody have any?
And I just poke it with like a dagger or some shit. Like,
Sure. You poke it with a dagger. Took, took, took,
what
took.
happens? Does it make sound?
The dagger kind of just passes right through it.
Interesting.
Does anybody
Can
got the
I
ability to-
investigate it somehow?
You can. So you're gonna run tests on it to see what happens.
Not test. I'm just staring at it to see if I can gather more information. So is it? Is it like
Is the
slightly
wait? Is the
see-through?
dagger warm?
No.
If I've
Yeah.
put the dagger. Okay, interesting.
All right. I'll
Steady,
touch
I
it
think
then.
you should touch it.
Okay.
No, what? I'm slapping your hand out of the way. What the fuck, dog?
We have so many expendable people around. Let one of them touch.
I'll touch it. I'll put my hand. I don't care. I'll touch it.
I'm happy to touch
I'm gonna
it.
hold you. I'm gonna grab your hand and use my other one to PG.
Okay. Ellis grabs hold of the sphere.
I'm touching just the finger, just the tip.
Okay.
Does it feel tangible?
I'm getting there.
Well, if it feels tangible, that would
God, we've all been
construct
there.
the way I might try to caress the object.
Your finger taps it.
Mm.
And immediately the sphere rolls into your palm.
Cool.
Like of its own accord. Now the cool part is a little
Amazing.
bit you might disagree slightly because as it rolls down your finger into your palm, you immediately feel a searing heat. Like
Okay.
So we can weaponize it, is what I'm hearing.
more, it's kind of like that one time someone said that you really shouldn't be helping in the forge, but you chose to, and then they said don't touch that. That's hot because it's red.
Yes.
And you
One
did because you
time.
didn't believe them. That kind of feeling. It lasts for a few seconds, and then it's gone. And all you're left with is that remaining heat from the burn.
Is it inside of me?
Well, you look at your palm, and you have a series of numbers branded
Oh my God,
on your
the fucking
palm.
puzzle.
And by the way,
This is some Doctor Who shit.
double up your water, and make sure you're sitting up straight. Thank you for that rainbow fart bomb. We appreciate that. I should balance my
going
water
to-
versus the Irish coffee anyways.
I'm going to
Does my hand
immediately call
hurt?
Ellis an idiot, but then be looking at her hand. Did she take damage from it?
No, her combat abilities have not been thwarted.
Okay.
It hurts, but not enough to be a major distraction if there's a scrap. But yeah, there's now in black burned into her palm 2 sets of numbers.
It's okay. I'm ambidextrous. Don't worry about it.
What are the
Boys,
numbers?
What numbers we got here? There is a
It's-
distressing amount of maths happening today.
They're clearly marked as degrees, minutes, and seconds.
Oh,
Oh.
location.
So,
So,
it's like a
well,
Coordinates.
yeah.
coordinates, yeah. Do we have anybody on board ship who can do this kind of steerage? Latitude, longitude nonsense. Has anybody
Right,
got?
hope
Has
it's
anybody got a sextant? Has anybody got one of them?
There's probably some in the
I'm
captain's
assuming there's probably
quarters.
one in the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at Innis here. It's just like Innis. This feels like this is numbers and stuff. You feel maybe you could make these numbers happen.
And I use numbers sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, he's a good boy. Who's a good boy? You're a good
You're
boy.
great at numbers. Don't sell yourself
I'm-
short.
You are, come
Is,
on,
is
man.
he treating me like a dog?
A little bit.
Just
That's
no.
really condescending, Father.
depends on how well you obey.
What?
He's a good lad.
And as I respect your number knowledge, any chance you could do something with this?
If I had access to navigator's tools and the chart so I can figure out where we are.
All right, let's go Brantex. The captain's quarters. There should be something there.
Well, hang on. Does it need cleaning up first?
I will fetch.
Why would it need cleaning up? The captain's not going to be there.
I will fetch you all stay here. I will fetch navigating items.
All right.
The cat was never in the bag of holding, Polly.
It was the duck, and he was wearing a fancy hat inside.
Mhm.
It was fine.
It worked. It worked. Marie comes back with armfuls of charts and other measuring devices and kind of throws them down on the table. And you can start to spread them around. Darby will appear about now and be watching.
Hi, Darby.
Makes a wave.
Can you tell
Do
us?
you want to
where
help with this
goes?
shit?
I thought you were going to be like, can you tell us your pronouns?
Okay, so solve something for us.
Settle an argument.
To keep life simple, I'll be using feminine pronouns for conversational sakes. You all can ask what's going on your own. But I will throw this out there. They are definitely attempting to pass as a man.
I mean, that's
Okay.
kind of common for pirate crews. All lore and shit. Or legends.
I will
should
respect
say.
that and refer to Darby as he, him pronouns. But
I will just say they.
I probably make a passing comment about how men are gross.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she'll look it over and she kind of looks around the stuff. Did you bring down the chronometer?
We have a
Yes.
chronometer?
The ship's clock.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense that we do have one, but I've never
Okay.
seen it.
We'll need that.
Is that in the captain's quarters?
Probably.
I'll go get it.
You don't. Do you know what
You
it
know what it
is?
looks like?
Someone said it's a clock.
Big watch. It looked like a big watch. Big watch.
Why don't you take them with
You? Yes.
I am of no help to you in this particular situation.
If Darby does want to go find it, I will escort her to the captain's quarters.
I thought Ennis was going to go grab it.
Oh,
Not from the captain's quarters.
I've never been in the captain's quarters.
Okay, so Darby goes
You
up
don't
with...
want to
right,
go in the captain's.
Darby and Marie head up to find it. It takes her a bit of doing to track it down. And she definitely does look shaken as she comes in and notices the chaos. It's like,
yeah,
that's...
this place was a mess when we got here.
At first, she looks panicked because there are a couple of boxes of things that broke when they came off the table. And she kind of goes through the scraps of splinters of wood. It's like, okay, that wasn't it. That's good. And she eventually finds it locked in a cabinet along one of those bookcases. And it's about a box about yay big, hinge top. She goes down, she starts to set up and begins to work out things on the map. She will several times need to look at Ellis's palm to reread the actual coordinates.
Do I need to do anything with navigator's tools?
Yes, you can. Do you want to make your proficiency check?
I've got proficiency. How do I do so on Beyond?
I will give my palm willingly to Darby and
Ennis and
say,
Darby?
you can touch it. It's okay. It doesn't hurt.
Innis, no.
Ennis, no.
Don't trust Innis.
I think it's a survival check at +5. So let's roll it and we'll add a 5 to it.
All right.
Because I'm pretty sure navigation falls under survival. They used to be a separate navigation skill. I think that was 3rd edition.
18.
All right.
Oh, that's my doorbell.
Got your doorbell.
I'll be right back.
Go get the package. How are we on refreshing things? Do we want to take a 5 to refresh coffee and water?
Sure.
Idea. I'll go make myself a.
Okay. Let's
Yeah, I
use this
need
as an
another
excuse.
ice cube.
All right. Let's meet back in 5.
Cool. Right, I'll be really quick.
Jeez.
Boy, that sucks. Like, I feel bad for him. Like, hey.
I've never seen this before.
Unspeakable brutality.
Yeah, a little closer. Go to the right. Oh no, I dropped down. Oh no, I'm under us.
I think they're sinking.
Yeah, they.
Okay, drop the anchor so we can collect our stuff. He goes in, he does a few loops, he comes back out and beep.
Okay. Beep once if there's dead bodies in there. Beep twice. No, that doesn't work. All right, beep twice. No, that doesn't work. Okay, beep. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to see if I can sneak up. Look, see if I can sneak up and find a window to kind of like. It's not really the sharpest tack in this box. David.
But there's a way to check if you really want to know. I'm intrigued. Cut your hand. Bleed in front of her.
Got it.
I mean, but if she's...
Yeah, I didn't think I'd do it. Ah, so did it. Smell it?
But like, she could not necessarily
So
be a
pauses right there.
vampire.
Well, you're saying
like,
she is a vampire, so
or she's like possessed by one, or like
cutting her hand open.
Or like the
in the middle
leader.
of Strahd's domain.
Wait, her
Sounds
hand or
like-
my
not
hand? I
hers,
just cut
not
my hand
hers.
open.
Not hers.
Sounds like a
James.
fantastic idea. Oh.
I didn't have to cut my hand open. We need to cut her hand open.
Oh.
No.
Come here, girl. Come on.
no, you
I'm
mean to
already
say-
bleeding.
James just like waving his bloody hand in
Like, come
Irina's
on.
face.
You're swinging again.
Oh man,
Oh,
this
this
guy.
guy's tough.
What's up with this guy?
He's
What? What? This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. All right, we're going. Let's go.
Okay.
And followed by the smite. Come on, Timber. We got this.
I mean, if he doesn't go down now, I don't know.
And
but
he finally drops
Yes.
and is out of the scrap. Gets to the guy in the.
I'm heading that way. I'll tackle
Oh,
her
she
ass
already has
again.
the potion. She already has the potion.
No, she just handed you the book, and as soon as your hands touched it, she let go and run.
She's not gonna take the potion?
She's got bigger fish to fry. Like, gain her ass out of there. You shot her.
I'm trying to unshoot her to the best of my abilities.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Sorry.
The one that's between Chrysanthemum and her bottle.
Yes. Yes.
That's a dangerous place to be for many reasons.
Maybe re-roll.
Yeah, re-roll it. Re-roll it. The birds
Yeah,
are
yeah,
important.
yeah.
Everyone's
we
in on
screwed
the
these-
reroll.
I screwed these birds up earlier. We need
Come
a
on.
high roll.
We got this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh no. Oh my.
So
Every time I'm the bard that
Amazing.
does not want to be I'm really bad at being a bard.
That is amazing.
Worst bard ever.
Yikes.
The good news is, after this adventure, you can start taking levels of anything else.
Anything else? What the hell? Okay.
Special and like not forced or anything. It's brilliant. I think the quote I have in particular is actually came from chat, which was the spell slide into DMs, which then became a spell. That's just it's very endearing. So I love it.
I'm going to follow it up by saying that the reaction to receiving a message spell was an absolute, just as far as role play goes. a
Yeah.
safe yes.
So we assume this guy is bad.
Oh, he's super bad.
Well, you know.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Good.
I mean, he keeps
I
on trying
have-
to. He's a dick. He keeps on trying to coerce Irina into coming up to his castle and fucking die, become a vampire lady, and she's not into it.
Well, I mean, okay.
Punch the. No, I know that's a bad idea.
There is so much nope surrounding this trap. I am not here for an amulet. I am here for a traumatized rogue. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's two.
Well, I wasn't really concerned about the amulet. I just thought that.
Why am
I legit have been screaming this entire time. So you know what? What is the health of
You're
everybody
also
right now?
full health. You want to like come
All right,
back and join
everyone's
the battle?
full health.
Like, no, we're not. The rest of
All
us
right.
are like highly injured. You're on
Yeah,
the
we're
outside
all
full
hurting
health. You
pretty
wanna,
bad.
Like,
The
help out a
jam
little
board
bit?
says that everybody's. Oh,
refresh.
Refresh
Never mind.
that. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Ember's alive because I just healed for 12. Show us that 12 out of 41.
You
were
were
like
literally
farting
seeing
around
full
on the
health
outside of
this
the circle.
entire
Like,
time,
come
weren't you,
join
Yansen?
me. I'm full health. Y'all.
Shadows didn't have a spot on the jam on the thing, and I was just like, oh, I don't know.
I think we broke the.
I'm gonna go. Common, mother clucker. Do you speak it? We need some information. I'm not sorry, by the way.
I feel like we should not be meddling anyway. If there's someone.
And we're back. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the clips. A chance to see some of the shenanigans that happen around here. When we went to the break, we were just getting into the mode of going, okay, we've found the coordinates. We've identified the spot on the map. Innes has kicked in that I can use any tool I pick up, in particular, navigator tools, to lay out exactly where on the map this particular set of coordinates etched, possibly forever, in Ellis's palm, would point you. And you do indeed spot the coordinates match up with a small, unlabeled, unnamed island.
So it looks like that's our destination there. If Ellis's hand is to be believed.
How far is the island from our original destination?
It's not. It's like going west versus north. You have to make a decision to head there. It's not a on the way kind of stop.
Okay.
What do you reckon? Want to check it out? There might be some nice rings.
I mean, how often do you get destinations given to you by a burned map, orb, consumed into someone's hand and giving them a tattoo?
True.
Yeah, it's true. It could be a rose, I suppose, but as you know, diplomacy seems quite boring. So
it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a ruse, I'd still like to meet whoever came up with such a ruse.
How many days sailing is this, navigator people?
Darby will consider that. Probably a day and a half.
Not a day. It's a diversion then, isn't it? There's nothing there. It's like 3 days round trip. Nothing.
It's a good way of looking at it. I'm convinced.
I think.
Humphrey, what do you think? And he kind of just quacks and pats his little feet. I think that's a yes for the island.
And verily, was it not Saint Nigel who said, "Thou should spread the gospel wherever one finds it, especially if it appears to you in a glowing orb"? I'm sure you read. I'm sure I read that.
Yes, that sounds totally legit.
I don't think my mum ever mentioned Saint Nigel.
Did you not? Oh dear. They released a second edition. Did you not get that?
I wouldn't know. That was really more
my
mother's domain.
Yeah, you see, there was a second edition. It corrected a lot of mistakes in the first one. Bit embarrassing, actually, that really, because there's quite a few edicts that had been mistranslated, and in the second one, it was like, oh, that bit that we said, don't actually do that. This is what you meant to be doing instead. Seriously, and second edition.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of textbooks and tomes have to release new editions.
They do. They have
I guess it's the same kind of thing.
They do have addendums, yes, and I think that's what we got here. Amen. So yeah. What do you reckon? Are we going for? Shall we? Are we gonna have a shufty? Sage is in.
And comfy.
And the duck's in.
I have to get a stuffed duck for this stream. Or a real duck, who knows?
I was going to say, what do you mean the stars? I want to see you actually
yes,
come
I'll
in with a real
have a duck in my Brooklyn apartment.
Yeah, just bring it. Seriously, come on. New York is the least of your problems in terms of like weirdness, isn't it?
There was a duck that ran the New York Marathon. So if they can do it.
Yeah. Awesome.
So what's the word? Are we off that direction?
Yes.
I want to go.
I mean, Alice, it's your hand.
I look to the lady, my boss, nothing more. And I just ask, what do you want to do?
Well, we might as well check it out.
So
Better than continuing on what we were doing anyway.
Yeah. You gonna be all right in this? Not going to be a problem, is it?
Why would it be a problem?
Just checking.
I mean, the fiddlers they knew where we were going. They knew our destination. This will throw things off if they choose to pursue.
There you go, clever lad.
Did they know our destination?
I told them that we were going to make. You were there.
Yeah, I'm distracted.
Babe, what is that? You okay?
Yeah.
You're a little worried about me, I can tell.
Yes, naturally, because you now are branded with these coordinates where we don't know where we're going, and it's a horrible idea. But both ideas are horrible, so let's do this one.
Yeah, let's go shopping.
Do you have a? No, I'm gonna leave it.
What was that? What?
I was just gonna say that I didn't think that you minded when I was branded, but I guess it just depends on who does the branding.
Yep.
Moving on. Can we? Can somebody turn this ship? Can somebody steer this ship in the direction it's meant to be going, please?
Yeah.
I guess we go.
Darby can jog up and tell Leaf the new heading.
Awesome.
And you feel the ship kind of start to lean a little bit as he starts to turn it in that general direction and sets you up to it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14.
What are you counting?
Our deaths.
Number of people on the next ship.
Number of cannons.
10, 5,052. Okay. I'm just getting some dimensions in my brain.
Cool.
You make your way along sailing. The crew is in generally good spirit, all things considered. I just need a question for all of you. They've noticed the ship is has a set heading. Some of them will inquire. Darby will say nothing except to say that's to the captain to say. And every time she says it, she spares a glance in whatever direction she thinks Lady Marie is.
Tracks.
So the question Leaf will come down into the captain's cabin at some point. He will come down off the helm to knocking. Not to be putting you on the spot here, ma'am, but the crew we have be asking, where are we going?
We are taking a slight detour to get to our destination. There is something worth investigating. I don't have as many details as I'd like to share, but I just know this is worth investigating. And I hope that you and the crew will trust my judgment for that.
Well, I mean, trust is a funny thing aboard a ship like this. What should they be preparing for?
Hopefully, just an exploration. However, it is always good to be prepared for combat, as we've learned from being boarded just almost randomly by your previous crew.
So I should tell them that we're chasing down the Fiddler's do.
We are not. No. I have no intention of doing that.
So there's another pirate band you're going after.
Yes.
You're not in the room.
We're all outside the room listening. Actually,
who said he could come in?
Just listening.
Where am I?
We're just saying
you can be in there. Sure, it would make sense that you two were in the room when you knocked.
I am never I am never far from my lady's side.
There you go.
Professionally.
Let me clarify. We're heading to a set of islands that are unnamed, but worth investigating. We're hoping not to engage with anybody along the way.
So we're
but it
searching
is
for
always-
buried treasure then.
I never said buried treasure.
You ask a lot of questions.
Well,
Leaf.
Well, ma'am, not to be overstating my position and all, but
Hmm.
the crew is asking.
The crew is asking, which is perfectly fine. And I do not know what we are finding here, but I will say that is Imperial
Oh no,
business.
I can't. No! Don't be saying that, ma'am. Don't never be saying that.
What'd she say? I wasn't listening.
She said the surest words that'll sink a ship at sea. Captain never says I don't know.
I assure you we are in safe hands. And
DM,
I ask
Sadie?
for your trust for the next few days.
Are you listening at the door? Genuine question. Are we all listening
And
to this?
regardless of what we find, where we're going, you will be heavily rewarded for your work for the Imperial.
Cooperation.
Right. So I'm to tell the ones that have stayed loyal to you that we've veered off course to trust you. We're not going after buried treasure, but they will be heavily rewarded.
Yes, I do have access to the Imperial accounts, therefore I will make sure that they are paid for their work.
Right. And you can kind of hear him mutter under his breath, we're going after buried treasure. Just tell him that.
What was that?
Nothing, ma'am.
And anyone that is trying to poke around too much, please just assure them that they should have faith in their future emperor.
You could also assure them of that without a third party delivering a message.
Did you say that out loud?
I definitely did. You've wanted to be
Not
captain of this thing since we got on the ship. So if
That
you
was because
want
the
it-
previous captain was something of a failure.
I distinctly remember you making some forward comments about wanting to be a pirate.
You know what? All right, let's address the whole crew. Let's do it. Let's do it.
How soon after we retook the Bitter Victory was Marie in at the captain's wardrobe, like trying out the hat and posing in front of any mirrors?
Definitely not the wardrobe. She has a very nice wardrobe of her own, but she definitely she fits the role.
Wow. Spoken like a true wannabe pirate.
Yeah.
All right, we addressing the gang. I'm following you. You're the boss, girl. I'm just out of here.
Okay, so our version of Steed Bonnet is going to go address the crew. Yeah, they're happy to gather up on the main deck. As you head up by the wheel, so you can kind of.
Should we have a team meeting before?
Oh no! I would like to see how this goes.
I've got a coffee. I've just got a coffee in my hand. at
I
this
just
point.
want to know
I'm
if we're
ambling
telling
up.
people what we're doing or if we're just.
I'm actually
not
going to
telling
go
people.
and stand with the crew with my coffee, actually, just because I'm enjoying the show.
Yep.
So
I'm
I'm
right there
I'm
with
talking
you.
to Ellis while we're walking towards the gathering crew, and I said I would like to tell them the truth. We have no reason not to.
You're
They
the
sacrificed
captain.
their lives to come aboard the ship.
Quick question
Can I-
about the navigation. Is this island in the same direction that sea serpent was in?
Racking your brain with what the map looked like before it became incinerated? Probably not.
Okay. Good.
But it's also not uncommon practice to mark the edges of maps with things like here be monsters because they're off the map.
I think if your intention is to, however long we're here for, captain this ship, I believe it's your decision to make. And you know that my stance in the matter is I will wholeheartedly follow whatever decision that you make.
Yes, but please do not underestimate your value and your advice for navigating with other people.
What was the name of crew number 3 again? Crewman number 3.
Braun.
Bron. I'm on the deck talking to Bron now. All right, Bron. Yeah, Captain's coming up in a minute. I've got a coffee. He's gonna say a few words, mate. It's all good. Sadie, you coming up?
I'm there. I'm just
you
like
alright,
sitting there with
Sadie?
like a dumb smile on my face, like
So you up there on the deck as well? Yeah.
I like have a foldable chair, and I'm just like, all right, I'm
Just
here
sitting
for
there.
the show.
I'm just leaning. I'm leaning against one of the ship's cannons.
She's
you know.
sitting on her unseen servant.
Yeah,
He is the chair. She's just
If
sitting
I
on
can somehow
nothing.
have two, I could have another one, so like
Cool.
lay my feet up, so
All
I'm
right.
like kicked back and real relaxed.
So you're on deck as well. All right. Okay. Cool. Both got a coffee. Basically, we've got our coffees here. Yeah.
Yeah, Darby's still like she's hanging on the rigging. She hasn't all the way come the way down the crew onto the deck, but she's there where she can be part of the presentation. Did you prepare a PowerPoint for this or anything? Should I set up a screen?
No, I would just like to give this little speech. She just gathers everybody and would like to explain that, yes, we are heading to an uncharted island that was brought to our attention by a tip. And it is worth exploring.
The red dot tip is the one. Cool.
Yeah. It is uncharted, so there is no guarantee of treasure or anything of the like. However, it is worth investigating regardless. What the fuck? And yeah, y'all gonna get paid. That's the important part.
Standing dutifully behind her, like.
I think a slight eye roll at this point. Yeah. Okay.
You roll your
Three.
eyes.
Yeah, I just went 3 cheers for the captain. Hip hip. Because this is what you do. You rally the crew at this point.
There's
So I'm going 3. Can I roll an
You're the
intimidation
planted
on the crew?
Can I
I'm going to roll
roll
intimidation. I'm doing intimidation at this point for the crew and say
I would
3
like to
cheers for the
first-
captain.
I'd like to first, before that happens, see the vibe check.
Check the vibe.
I need to check the vibe. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get these all. Let's get all the dice in order. I kind of need Lady Marie's performance check.
Yeah, big mood.
Let's start there.
Yeah. And let's see. Let's see.
Let's see.
See how this goes.
Okay.
19.
There we
That
go.
was fucking
Where was
beautiful,
that last night?
all you assholes.
Flipping heck.
Okay, so it came across incredibly well, which is good because you kind of needed that.
Big mood.
So the cruise actually does not need to be intimidated into a bit of a cheer. It's not enthusiastic, but it's sincere. So no one's going to mutiny in the next day or two.
Okay. We can tell that landed pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, we've been updated. We're going to some. We have a tip. We're going to go check out this island. Okay. Yeah. I guess that kind of tracks. Let's go see what happens.
So less a hooray for the captain, more a, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Good. We know what's going on now.
Okay.
There was not. It was definitely not a. We're going into battle. We're all going to go give it our all. We're going to die for king and country kind of thing. But it was like, well, thanks for the update, Captain.
There's no need to die for king and country. I would like to have portrayed that somehow.
Yeah.
In the middle.
I mean, for starters, it's an emperor.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
For the Empire.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah. So they are thoroughly placated. And is there any other business before we start to approach the island? A day and a half later.
Lady Marie would like a drink at some point in the middle.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk to the crew and be like,
I was just about to say the same thing. I want to. My
get to know
understanding is
them.
that the crew is not of the Empire. So these are just some random people that we've picked up from this neighborhood. And that's the shit I want to know.
Yes.
So I'll go with Sadie and we'll just do a vibe check. We'll just hang out.
Okay. What kinds of questions are you inquiring with? What do you want from them? Because for the most part, they are here's the vibe. They did not like being on a pirate ship ruled by a woman who was willing to murder anyone that got out of line.
Fair.
Do they still like murder if it's right? If they're the ones committing the murder.
No,
but they're pirates.
They're not.
They're pirates,
They're
right?
not generally on board with murder as a thing.
I'm not asking that. If she's asking that, I'm leaving.
So more
No,
of
the vibe.
Okay.
We're talking vibes. We're talking vibes.
But they're pirates, right? Like
where do they stand on violence?
Violence is good when necessary for the most part.
Where do they stand on treasure?
Treasure is great.
Okay, cool. So they're pretty into the idea then.
The biggest thing you get from your conversations with them is that all of them were part of some kind of either captured or press ganged.
Say that again.
They were either pressed into service or they were captured and encouraged to join. There are no volunteers among the ones with you.
Well, you have your freedom now, so consider yourself volunteers. You can leave at
I was
any
gonna
time.
say, in the time that I spend with people, I would like to, like, obviously it's a lot, but I would like to. Ellis likes to ask questions and not give answers, but she's very curious by nature and she wants to know about people. So she would be asking people like, what happened to them, where did they come from? Do they have people to go
What's
back
their
to?
name?
Like,
yeah, exactly. Get to know them as people rather than as crew.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of. Both of you are gonna roll me.
I have to roll for being a genuine person.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm a genuine person, but sometimes it don't come off that way.
Oh, GGs.
I think. So I think that's fair. Let's just do a straight charisma check.
Love that.
From the Tuesday.
What the fuck?
Just to kind of
Is
get
that
a general vibe.
Saving throws?
No, that would be the
22, baby.
The +3.
Wow.
What the fuck? Am I clicking?
Under charisma,
at
+3.
the top, your stats.
Yeah,
the top I can click that.
Yeah,
You
you
can.
can.
Okay.
Right, I didn't even know you could click that.
I know, it's crazy. Every box is clickable. It's so
Mhm.
cool.
Sometimes I'm like looking at a spell and I accidentally click it. I'm like, I did not cast that.
Yeah. Damn.
Where is Brahm from? Well, Brahm in particular is actually from the capital city itself.
Cool.
That's where he was. And then he was part of the Merchant Marine before he got picked up by the Fiddler's due. Was not terribly on board with it. He doesn't talk much. He's a big guy. Big, dark-skinned, long black hair. That's straight. Nice guy. Again, not much of a talker. More of a doer kind of guy. Probably better serving on a cannon than up in the tops. Plus, you're not entirely sure the rigging will hold him if he goes up.
It's a mood.
And a shockingly high-pitched voice for his size.
So cute.
But for the most part, yeah, the crew's kind of like warm to you over the course of the day. You kind of get some of their stories. Some of them, like one of them is from a small island. Another couple more are from the mainland, the main island in the center of the Stout Isles. One used to serve in the royal house, briefly. He was a footman. Sucked.
Which royal house?
In the castle. He was a royal footman.
Whose castle? In the Stout Isles.
Yeah.
Okay.
For King Victor in the castle itself. He opened and closed doors.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I know what that
Corduroy.
feels like.
Yeah,
I
it
know
was-
what that feels like too.
Then, hey, we'll run off and we'll join a pirate crew. Or, sorry, a privateer crew. That'll be exciting. It'll be fun, they said. Treasure, they said.
Oh, it's
Nobody
fun.
mentioned getting stabbed with a shadow sword.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was great the first 3 months when they just sailed around looking for things to shoot. But yeah, you get a pretty good vibe off everybody. And no, the DM is not going to list the entire crew NPCs.
Fair.
Sorry. He will
Yeah,
consider
we'll get that.
his
We'll get
homework.
that between sessions.
Yeah, he'll start working on a little Excel spreadsheet or something.
I'd like 2 pages per backstory, please.
Yes.
I'd like a pony. What's your point?
No, that's just discussion from the Discord. 2 pages backstory.
Moving on.
Cool.
You start to
Let's
come-
get drunk. Where's
Oh,
Sadie's
yeah.
gonna sing?
Oh,
Sadie's
God.
gonna sing.
Do we have the song?
We have multiple songs.
Or are we moving on to the island?
Bro.
Oh, it's really bright.
Save the song for the portraying content.
Ooh.
There
I
you go.
could fuck with that.
Okay, so that being the case,
What happened that night is Patreon content only,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wink.
Find out, get some. Well, if you subscribe to his Patreon and it gets released, you will find out more of the duck lore about Comfy.
we'll get to that at the end of the game. But and we posted on Tumblr. That's fair. That is absolutely fair. As you start to approach the island the next day, it'll be actually be about mid-afternoon when you finally come within sighting distance of it. It's surrounded by a collection of other just large rocks jutting out of the water. The approach is not easy. And Leaf is tested as like the ship's trying to maneuver to stay on course, but also not run aground on anything or be surprised. You do have someone posted to the crow's nest who is calling out things. The ship's generally fairly active, as the handful of people you have, the 2 people you have working the tops are taking things up and down. Leaf is calling out commands to steer. He will at some point pull as much as he can pull aside, Lady Marie, just to confirm this is where you want to be.
Yes. Well, I confirm with Darby and Innes who did the original navigation. But otherwise, yes.
He'll nod a few times and he'll get right back to it. But you do notice, like, you see the sweat starting to form as he's like the wheel is in constant motion as the ship navigates in.
Should we swap to the engine system so we have the ability to take it slower through these types of this area?
He would recommend against it as he's not familiar with navigating with that. Plus, it's not a matter of speed, it's a matter of turning.
Which it has to do with speed, how effectively you turn. But yes, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't change the turning radius on the ship. Yeah. It still literally turns like a boat. As you make your way in, you can see the island. It sits up on, like, it's jutted out, and it appears to be relatively sparse as far as foliage goes. You can see a couple of tall palm trees have survived, but for the most part, it's rocks with some kind of like a sandy beach on the south side of it. The entire island is about 2 miles north to south and about 1 mile east to west, as you can kind of glean from the
What's
numbers.
a mile? What the fuck?
Freedom units.
A mile.
Mile is like, it's a mile.
1 point.
4 times around a.
We're using appropriate
It's big.
for the medievalish setting. Okay.
1.6 kilometers.
Thank you, Paul.
There we go.
Gee. That's pretty. A mile. I think I am.
Would you prefer if we use cubits?
I prefer if
no,
you
we're at sea, it'd
use
be knots.
the most genuine form of.
I love how we're
is it? That's a good point. Are these nautical miles?
Give or take. Give or take.
So it's not a big island.
No, it's not.
So that's 1.85 kilometers rather than 1.6.
There's probably more of us guys covered. A nautical mile is 1.15 miles, which is roughly 1,800 meters. I love how this is just the one point I want to laugh at. No one has complained yet about using feet in combat. We're all good with 10
Well,
feet.
that's because I have a cubic map that tells me what's what. I got
just
the cheat
measure
sheet on that.
everything in ducks.
Yeah.
I know 1 cube is 5 feet, and that's all I need to know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And if I can't do it, you would just tell me I can't. So.
Yeah, so it's about 3 kilometers at its longest, and about 2/3 of a wait, that's backwards. Hold on.
No, take it out.
No, that's right. Yeah, 3 kilometers long, and about 1.5 kilometers wide. So, there you go.
It's and it's about 3,200 ducks in north to south.
Yeah.
Mallard is about 50 centimeters, so at 1.6 kilometers, that is 3,200 ducks end to end.
Or 3.2 kilo ducks.
As you start
1.6 kilo ducks. Yeah.
approach the island, you can see that your options for getting onto the island are either to climb one of the rock faces or land a boat and go up the southern beach. At this point, Leaf will ask the topsman to pull up most of the canvas, and he will consult the captain.
Okay,
We're here.
So,
what
yes,
would you
we're
have
here.
us do?
So you're saying we could either park the boat on a beach or stop it at a cliff?
Well, we can, if you want to be on the island, ma'am, we can pull the boat alongside it, and we can take one of the, well, I guess you'd have to swim to the cliff and then go up. Or we can pull the boat towards the south side of the island and drop anchor. You can swim into the beach.
Would we have a dinghy now, given that we stole one from the?
But you did steal the dinghy, so you do have one launch you could use. So
All
you can
right,
skip the swimming.
I
part.
haven't blown it up yet. I've not been trusted with it.
you will
Yes, you
not
do have a
blow it up.
launch.
All right, let us go on the beach side.
All right. He heads up. As you start to come in, you can see it. You also now notice a very thin, light column of smoke rising in the middle of the island. Especially
Does it
as
look
the
like from like a fire?
probably.
Do you like fire? I don't like fire lit by other people, though.
It's right more about the center of the island. The cliff makes it very difficult to see what it is. Your lookout up top will come down to report that it looks like there may be some kind of ruins. So they could see some structure just slightly at the angle they were looking at. They can't give you a lot of details, but that would be where the smoke is rising from.
Can I ask a question unrelated to this current topic?
Oh dear Lord!
But
Sure.
related to the boat. Are we still flying a flag?
That is not unrelated at all.
Thank you.
I don't talk to the captain.
Well, if we didn't fly any flags, that would be an issue, right? I say we had taken down the imperial flag and kept the merchant flag.
So the flag of the empire,
Mhm.
but not your personal imperial colors.
What flag were we flying?
We had a merchant flag and the imperial flag.
Yeah. Well, there's the flag that represents that you're part of it because you have your national flag. And then you have the flag that is your
Frisbee.
personal flag as the heir to the empire's throne.
Yeah, let's
And
just
when we were picked up by a thingo, what were we flying?
I think we should
had
make
both
our
of them
own
up.
flag.
We were flying both. Okay.
Yes. Your banner as well as off the aft of the ship, you were flying the flag that identified this as the ship that had the heir to the empire on it. It's an imperial.
Do we know what it means to fly no flag? Or
It's kind of it's considered shady. It's a sheer sign that you're not to be trusted, as you're not willing to state, as Polymorph mentions, even your port of origin.
Let's make our own flag.
Well, if we keep the merchant flag, it'll let everyone know the port of origin. However, it doesn't declare that there's royalty on board.
Exactly.
But
So
we
it's
are
also
in
show the
foreign
Imperial.
seas. Correct.
Yes.
Right. So
we are sharing this seas with you know who.
A hot one.
They're
all hot.
I know. What the fuck?
Yeah, we're just poor merchants who have come to sell our wares.
Yeah, you
to
can do that.
This island, which we have come across purely by coincidence. We didn't realise, we didn't see it on the map, and there you are.
The only thing I'm thinking is that from a distance, if you saw that flag and you were looking for us, it would be a pretty easy indication that that's us. And we're about to leave the ship. So I'm
like the origin flag as well.
I just thought I'm
Well,
not
the
making
origin
any
flag is
decisions. You
the-
are the captain. You have chosen the
Just because I'm captain doesn't mean I can't get advice.
The origin flag would be an imperial flag, so that would flag you as being a foreign boat in these
yeah.
waters.
They both would be obviously like imperial flags.
Right.
Is what we're like. There's no set safety in the merchant flag because it still says that
foreign boat.
Yeah.
So it says foreign
Good.
boat. But if we remove all of our flags
Could we take Sadie's idea and maybe create one for the what's the name of
For the
this
kingdom?
this king again? What's he called?
What
again?
flag was the hot one flying? It was
Because
black.
we could
right?
just pretend to
Stolen
be
crossbow.
sailing under the king's flag, under the
Dead
king's
ass?
colours. Yeah.
You could probably, over the course of a
false.
day, craft a
if
flag.
we can craft one,
Yeah,
then yes.
let's put confit on it.
That might raise more questions.
Like
than
I
it,
want to be
than-
a merchant kingdom ship if
That
we're still
sells
in kingdom
ducks.
waters.
Okay.
Okay.
Surely I met someone who knows what that looks like.
Oh yeah. Oh, most of the crew, they're
yeah.
natives. They can describe the flag. There is the one issue with flying a false flag.
What?
If you run into someone from that,
Our
if
dignity?
you run into someone from the kingdom,
Yeah. And someone from the crew will bring that up. Like, the captain is not, this ship is not. Are we all okay with that? And most of them are like, okay, yeah, sure. That's what we got to do. That's what the captain says we're supposed to do. We're supposed to trust her. But there will be...
Otherwise, it's a flag custom made for the ship that's probably going to involve some kind of crest flanked by a duck and a cat.
Yes.
I want to be as inconspicuous as possible.
Okay.
Just a smiley face.
The good old fashioned tabby rampant.
Okay. If we were to ask the crew that we've picked up, what would be the easiest way to be inconspicuous? What answer would they collectively give us?
You're going to get a very split decision on it.
Yep, and I want to know what they are.
Well, because on the one hand, a false flag is like bad. If you as the officer staff is all of the empire, then that should be the flag that you have up, because that's who would claim this ship if something were to happen. The code of the sea says you fly the flag for the nation from which you sail. That said, others will comment that, yeah, it makes sense to kind of, blend in.
What does Darby say?
Oh, it's Russian.
She is on board with... No, she'll strongly advise against flying the royal flag. She's very on
I
board
think
with...
if someone tried to punch on with us with a fake flag, we'd knock on. And I think that we'd win.
But I also have to consider this as a diplomat.
Oh my God.
Actually, she has very few kind things to say about the kingdom. Or King Victor. I mean, they're not long soliloquies, but just like, you don't need to show your loyalty to him.
I do agree with that.
I think he wants to marry you. So
Well, that will not happen, as I am already married.
What? This isn't a professional relationship? Who would have thought?
I
It is
will
illegally
follow because we're unsure and everyone seems split. I will follow Darby's advice.
Got it.
I'm not split.
What is your opinion? Do you want to fly the royal flag then?
No, fuck no. Hell no.
Okay.
What does everybody else think?
Flags are an
Sadie?
above deck thing.
Sadie?
I have no opinion on above deck.
What's the vibe check?
You would know that Sadie absolutely wants to make her own flag for this crew. So
Sadie's probably already started.
A rogue
This is
all
just
about,
vindication.
Super random question, but what does it mean to fly a
your own flag?
Irrelevant flag.
It means you're your
What
own
if-
crew.
Which
You answered to
isn't
no one.
technically wrong.
Technically, you do answer to the Empire still. I would just like to make that very, very clear. However,
sure.
Right, ladies,
For
roll initiative. Let's get it going.
for the sake of
Boddington's
what we're trying to
past-
appear, yeah,
Reverend Boddington's past doesn't jibe with that statement either, and
that's fine.
would very much, as his rogue's origins, would very much like he's into confusion and deception. And now that the idea of just a duck-related flag being flown would just basically people would kind of want to ask questions rather than fire on us first.
Yeah, who
What's
wants
that
to
duck
fly
flag
around a
about?
duck ship?
Here's where I'm at. I look at Lady Marie with very professional eyes, and I say I agree with Sadie.
Yes.
Awesome.
I have a feeling I'm going to be firing up Photoshop and giving us a flag by the next session.
Yes.
I'll
Yes,
be.
you
Oh, I already have Illustrator open.
Can I say I do quite like the idea of a duck-related flag.
If we are to make our
That's
own
two.
flag, please do not make it look stupid. And she walks away.
Right, the flag needs to have the duck with an helmet on it, and the duck should be holding a sword.
I said not
So-
stupid.
This is intimidatory, your ladyship. Yeah?
If it is
What about
relative,
the ship's cat? What about
And
the
the
ship's
cat, is the cat riding the duck, or is the duck riding the cat?
Wow.
so like
It's like-
you know those old glamour photos where there's one like with like half opacity in the background.
I'm
How
so
do you
glad
do
I started a
opacity
20-minute
when you
discussion
do-
about a flag. I'm
So-
so excited that this happened.
So I think, I mean, I guess, what's bigger, a cat or a duck? That's a really good question.
It depends. How big is
mallard.
it? Is it a big cat or is it
Well,
like
a mallard is 50 centimeters. So
Right, I'm
I think the
I'm
duck.
just picturing the UK crest where there's the lion and the unicorn on either side of it, but it's a cat.
let me know
and a
when we're
duck.
back in the game.
I'm
in
definitely
the game.
thinking. I'm definitely thinking the duck is riding the cat. The duck is less nimble.
yeah, and then his like the cute little like webbed feet could like
Over the edge, yeah.
yeah. Is there a saddle on the cat?
So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna hash this out with a little poll over on the Discord.
This is some Patreon. This is some Patreon content if I've ever seen it.
I'm gonna.
I'm going to design this. Like I'm going to draw this shit.
I will post our
I'll
flag
be watching
designs
vexillological
as they come
videos all
in
week.
by Thursday of next week. That's the cutoff for flag suggestions, and we can vote on my
Awesome.
Discord. The link is there. It's somewhere. I think it's the second link down. You can absolutely pop in there and vote on the flag for the bitter victory. There's no guarantee this group will care what you vote, but you are welcome to vote. That's what I tell my students all the time. They say, "Can we vote if we have a quiz day?" You can totally vote. I'm not gonna listen to your vote because I don't have to because it ain't a democracy.
Where are we putting flags?
Lantern's.
Let's put him. Let's put him in our group chat, and I'll move him to my Discord as they come in, and then I'll figure some kind of a poll system out, or we'll just share them.
I'm gonna watch some
More
vexillological videos.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So, you come up on the south side. The plan still is to approach the
We
island.
said not the Empire. We said no to the Empire. Get that shit out of the Discord. What the fuck?
That's not a duck.
This is the new flag.
It's not the new flag.
Those
We just
are
replacing that with a
imperial
two-headed
colours.
duck.
What are you doing?
Okay. I'm right. Okay.
Right. So, yeah. Okay. So as you come up on the south side of the island, you have the beach. I'm assuming all 5 of you are going to shore. Are you bringing any of the crew with you?
They want to come. We should leave it up to them.
I would
We saw
like to
them
at least have enough.
unionize against someone that demanded something of all of them. So
Sadie, you were doing so well to have good ideas.
yeah, they should be able to choose if they want to come or not.
However,
Somebody
we do
needs
need
to
enough
look after
people
them.
on the crew. Yeah, on the ship. I will if people are very eager to go, but if it's too many, we need some people stay behind. What does Darby want?
Darby is not necessarily. Darby will come with you guys.
She wants
Does she want to?
If you ask her, she will opt to join you.
I would prefer to have her on the ship because I trust her judgment with this crew.
Then she will stay.
Basically treating her as your second in command whilst you're ashore.
Yes.
Interesting.
The Reverend's
You're
roguish-
coming with me.
The Reverend's roguish instincts at this point are to basically to go scale that cliff.
Nope.
Because
the one that we sailed
We
past
went
to
on
get
the
to the beach.
opposite side. We're on a beach now, not near the cliff.
I might have just jumped off because I'm surprisingly good swimmer, I think.
But are you a good climber?
I have quite high dexterity.
It's a pretty solid.
How's your athletics?
Here,
Yeah.
just
Athletics is
for all
plus-
you and
strength
for the
plus
party to
two,
get a quick peek
14.
at. I won't. Let's see here. Nope, that's
All I'm saying is I have a +0 to athletics.
I have a -1.
High five. Picked last in gym class.
There's a reason why we did not take the cliff.
You got picked in gym class?
No, I never did. God no.
There we go. Just so you guys have a little better sense there, just why you don't want to do that. Okay, so as you take your boat across, Darby is actually going to be mildly like she'll state that she's willing to stay behind, but she does want to see what comes from this map that she brought you. But is willing to follow orders.
Well, then she can come along, and then Leaf will just maintain the crew.
They trust him enough to be a go-between. He's the one that came to us asking about what was happening.
He was speaking
He's in
for
the
the
south
crew.
with
and-
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can
That's
I ask
fair.
Darby if they can handle themselves in a fight?
I just look at Darby and I'm like,
Yeah, I'm respectful enough to ask the question.
She'll say that she's been in a couple of scraps.
I will offer Darby a crossbow.
oh, that's nice.
I'm not going to be using it.
That's fair.
Okay. She knows how to work those.
Is she
I'll
strong enough
hand
to
it-
pull it back and reload?
Oh, with the lever, yeah.
Okay.
I'll modify it. I'll give it a crank.
Yeah, if you give her a loading lever, I mean those are really easy. The whole design is meant to be so you can do it.
The only ones
I'll
I
hand it-
fired are like the ones where you just like have to put your
Manually
entire
crank it.
I just request that to them that they like stay. I don't want anything to happen to them. So I just request that they stay close to me so that I can protect them.
Ooh. I don't want to use that stat block.
Cool. You love good chat. Good chat. GG's.
Let's
GG's.
check that one. Yeah.
It's a real part of me that wants to leave someone behind to like maintain the crew, but I also don't want to split the party because I don't want anybody to miss out on what we're doing. So
Also, I feel like there are only maybe 1 or 2 choices to leave behind, and because we all know that it would be mutiny if I was left behind.
Yeah.
And chaos.
And you might, if it was Innes you were leaving behind, it might as well be no one.
Yeah.
Because these two non-confrontational.
Fair. Fair.
As one does. That's when I wanted to do that too. So we'll do that.
can we just like
Okay. I'm just throwing her out.
And I'm
here.
handing over a
We'll just blow
crossbow
it
bolt. Crossbow bolt, a light crossbow, and crossbow bolts for it as well.
I'll have a graphic for her next time we meet up. You also notice as she like helps get the launch ready, she seems to be like she's pulled in her shirt more so it fits more like a blouse.
Cool.
How's she looking?
She's undernourished.
Oh no.
She's still scrawny. She's still scrawny. It's been a rough go. And you guys can push off. You make your way towards the beach. And as you get closer, you notice that it is littered in skulls and skeletons and bones.
Well, that's one way of welcoming visitors.
Are they arranged in any particular way, or is it just general, like, scattered people have died, just randomly?
As you get closer, it just looks like, every so often there's like, you can see like a spear sticking out, or the hilt of a sword. It looks like people died, turned into skeletons, and then the wind blew the sand over them.
Is it real or is it an illusion to make it seem really intimidating?
Roll me perception.
It's going to be a 4.
That's a 4. We're going to go with it looks real.
Guys, these are skeletons.
That's fantastic insight to
Thank
the
you
situation.
so much.
Yeah. You make your way as you start to bring the boat up towards to beach it. You also notice that there's a path that's been worn where a significant number of people have moved inland through the dunes.
Is there something I can grab and... No, I changed my mind. May I use my divine sense and detect good and evil and anything undead or anything like that?
Yes. Yes, we will absolutely go with that. The entire dune starts to radiate.
With undead?
Yes. There is a lot of undead energy. The good news is not every bone that you can see is radiating with it. But a lot of them are.
Okay. Like an overwhelming amount?
There's a lot of skeletons. There's a lot of undead.
So if we were to just dismantle all the skeletons and like put like an arm in the water and like a leg over yonder, if we separate all the limbs, would
I assume
it maybe
that
negate the issue?
while we're separating limbs, the other undead will try to kill us.
Okay, but what if an unseen servant does it?
By all means.
Now, as a point of clarity, this beach that you're going to be attempting to move the skeleton parts off of, in totality, is let's see, that's
1,500 feet.
Yeah, this is a little around a kilometer of beach that you can land on and start to move inland.
Can we go? So I'm looking at the Skull Dunes part, and it looks like there's like some rocks around the side. But like, could we take our boat up to like the northwest or east, like where there's no cliffs yet, and then like kind of so there's only like 250 feet we have to get through.
The boat is not going to. The rocks are going to be too heavy through there. You really only have one point of landing you can make.
But if we at least stick near right near the edge of the water, so skeletons can only really come at us from one direction, that being inland rather than surrounding us.
Assuming that the undead don't come out of the water. Are there undead in the water as well?
No, not that you've detected.
Okay. And I did tell the party about the undead. I totally said that there is not good energy here.
This beach has a bad vibe.
Beach has a very bad vibe. But there is a path that you can see that kind of makes its way through. At least it starts at the southern tip of the beach.
Does it look like that path is relatively not undead compared to the surrounding dunes around it?
Indeed.
Okay, so we can try and book it.
Carefully, though. I don't think we want speed as so much as we need caution, which is me saying this.
I do agree. Ellis.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think that I don't have a light foot, but the only person who can navigate us through this is probably you. So you're it.
All right, let's try this. I don't think stealth will be necessarily helpful with these types of creatures. They might be able to just detect us regardless, but we can try.
Or they're really stupid.
I think we just go. How wide's the path you can see that's free of bad guys?
Is there like ink or something that we could put on the bottom of one of our shoes so that people know exactly where to step?
Well, I think we just follow a straight line. Like we just follow behind.
Yeah, and it's sand. You'll see where everybody stepped.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of a guarantee.
Okay, good. Well, sometimes sand, like there's different types of sand.
But yeah, how wide's the path you can see?
Oh, it's wide enough for like 4 or 5 people to walk.
Crossways?
I think we should do rows of 2. That way we have a little bit of berth on either side.
That sounds good. All right, let's do it. What happens if I take my chainmail off? How does that fuck up my AC? How much? 12? Nope. Okay, I'm keeping my chainmail on.
We're not trying to sneak, we're just walking.
I know. I just wasn't sure if the stealth would help, but it's not worth it to go down to a 12 armor class.
Yeah, I look in envy at my 13 armor class.
We go?
So you start to make your way up along the beach. I'm going to need whoever is walking to the front, whoever's leading, that I guess is Lady Marie.
Right.
To give me a checking.
You're going to tell me stealth.
A wisdom perception check.
Oh, perception? Okay.
Perception.
That would be a 17.
That is incredibly good. You start to follow the path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. There it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Right there. Okay. Roll me a quick D2. Oh, sorry, D4. Probably be easier to throw. Doop, doop.
2.
High roll. All right. So that's where you end up. Okay. Everyone's kind of following along with Marie.
Am I seeing where we end up?
No, you're not.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something.
You're not missing anything. Let me switch over to the random sand dunes, just so we can do a real quick perspective. And right there in the middle, drop everybody's tokens down. Boink. So you're following the path as best you know how. And
tiny tokens. I suppose I should zoom in.
You could do that. And we'll put the Reverend in the middle. And I don't have a token for her yet, so I'll just use... nope, not that token. Let's use that one for now. Bink. There we go. Ellis will start to see it, but not say anything out of sheer politeness and lack of confidence, perhaps, as Marie misses a bit of a turn and starts to take you down one of the dunes. As she does, a collection of skeletons rise up out of the sand. And y'all gonna need to roll me initiative.
Here we go.
What did she get from the high perception check? Nothing?
Yeah.
You got fairly far inland.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Before
I was
that
like,
happened.
I feel like I did pretty
I don't know
good.
what's
You
going
did.
on.
Natural 20. I'm going first. I'm
You
ready to
did.
mess
You
up.
did well. Oh, don't get me wrong. You haven't gone all the way there yet. It's going to take a couple of. There's going to be a couple of little scraps with a couple of skeletons.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
On the way in. That's just
I love skellies.
going to be a
roast.
thing.
Wow. My hangover's gone on away.
7 of them. How many do I have on the map so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. I'm going to quickly run around and label all of them so that you have an idea of which ones you want to kill. And let's roll some dice today.
I go.
And of course, I had to redo all of the graphics because stinking for God's sakes. I might have to reset the combat tracker too. I'm having all kinds of technical issues. 5, 6, 7. Start the combat. Okay, Ellis, initiative was 12. Innes at 7. Lady Marie. 20. Ooh, that was our net 20.
Yep. But Rev has a higher
Noted.
Dex.
Higher.
dex.
Okay.
So even though I got a natural 20, he should still go first.
That's awful kind of you.
Oh, it was a tiebreaker.
That's fair. So to that end, okay, let's see. Refresh that. Did that work? Nope, you get a new link. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
I'll throw it in our Discord and on the Zoom chat. For God's sakes. That's why it broke. I had to re-up my Patreon. Because it's the first of the freaking month. If it's not one thing, it's bloody something else. There. And Marie at the top of the...
Ooh.
Hang on. You wanted to let the Reverend go first. Come on. Am I really going to have to... I am. God bless America. Why is it when things
I
break?
could have just gone first if that was the case.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, it wasn't letting me rearrange this breaking comment sponsored by the Fancy Canard Duck Chow. Yeah, no kidding. It just had to break. I've rarely had these kinds of problems with this tracker. It's one of the reasons I like it so much. It's usually really intuitive, and it usually work like it's supposed to. Okay. Now can I put the Reverend there? Ah, good. We fixed it. Reverend goes first. Unfortunately, now 3 skeletons go first. Which I'm actually going to put the Reverend right there. Skeleton number 6 does get to have the first action, though, catching everyone off guard. And it will swarm forward, and for its efforts, will attempt to take a chunk out of, I believe that is Ellis. And
It is.
It's
That's
not
me
happening.
on the lefty.
It's not happening. So that then falls to the Reverend. How is our rogue with a little bit of cleric going to respond to this moment?
I think it's definitely his rogue instincts are going to just kick in immediately again, because he's still not sure about what's happening with the with weird stuff with his hands going on. He's not sure about that at the moment, though it has happened under stress, as you know. We had before. I set fire to some duck poop. So I think he would. I think he would probably have a go at just striking one down. I get. I think I get 2 weapon fighting, so I think I've got my short swords. So
Okay.
I think I would just.
Be careful where you step.
That's true.
I'll pop the short swords.
Yeah. So I'd probably kind of like move directly back 1 to get within striking distance of number 2.
Okay.
And then have a go, and then sort of like so I'm a diagonal angle, but then have a go twice. 2 short swords out and bang bang.
Bang and bang. All right.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Bing bang boom. So short sword. So which one am I pressing first?
You're going to push the +5.
So click the +5 on the short sword. 19.
That's
plus
going to
24.
hit. Do it again.
Okay.
Since we got some consistency there.
Oh, we tell you, he's the Reverend's on fire today. He's shook off that beer cloud from last time.
Tap that damage twice.
I will hit 1. That's 3.
Ooh.
And
maybe he's not so on fire.
Oh no! Well, the first one was a little bit off, but the second one came in hard. Look, with the 7.
All right, and that guy's gone. 2 is off the board.
Cool.
Well played. Well played.
Gotcha.
Number 7 is in position, who's going to swarm in on Sadie. And... Oops. I forgot to roll its attack.
It's probably going to hit either way.
Yep, Sadie's taking 7.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
Yeah!
Now the Lady Marie gets to act.
All right. So I would like to step in for number 6 because number 6 went after my bae. And I'm mad about it. So I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark first on number 6 for my bonus action. And then I would like to take my battle axe and bash its head in.
Crush.
18 to hit.
Nice. And now I'm assuming you're stepping up next to Ellis.
Yes. And that's for 10 points of damage.
Okay, that's on 6. Roll your mark damage.
Oh, yes. And that's a 6.
Squish.
So 16 points of damage.
Okay.
So he's gone.
6 is off the board.
All right. And so because I have 2 actions per turn, can I step forward and go after number 5 as well?
Oh, yeah. You've barely scratched your move.
Okay. So I will do that. And also move my Hunter's Mark over to them. But I know it doesn't apply this turn. I just wanted to make it known. That's a natural 1, so I ain't doing crap.
That would be a swing and a miss.
Yep.
As you move in on it, and it kind of like, jives around the axe a few times. It must have been the extra step. Threw off your stride.
Yeah, sand is weird. It's gross. It's coarse.
It doesn't
It's
get
everywhere.
Of course, it's irritating and it gets everywhere.
Oh, no.
It doesn't support you well. Sadie's action is up.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to cast my bonus action first and hex the fucker that just dealt me some damage. So I'll just go and press that. Pass up the spell slot. Why not? And then I'm going to blast him in the face.
Okay.
So that'll be an 18 for my first blast.
Is that a ranged attack?
I mean, it's either. It has 120 feet range, but like it's a force damage coming from my hand, so I feel like it could be ruled as either.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily say it's ranged or melee.
Okay.
It's just that you can do it up to 120. From my understanding, if anyone else has
Not gonna argue
bullets,
into that,
that's
yeah.
fine.
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage. 18 will totally hit a skeleton.
Well, that's not great, but
For
the
a
good
4.
news is I hit him, so I get to roll my hex damage on him.
Oh, that's right. He is hexed.
So that's 10 damage for my first beam.
Just future reference, it is classed a ranged attack.
It is. Oh, really?
Make a
Okay.
ranged. The wording is make a ranged spell attack against the target.
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? This all happened very quickly. We'll catch it next time.
Well, that's great because I have a second blast.
Okay, roll it.
But I'm going to direct it at 3 now, knowing this.
But he's still in melee with you. That's the catch.
Number 3 is not.
No, but someone is.
What do you mean? I'm not trying to move.
Right, but doesn't a ranged attack while someone is engaging you impose disadvantage? Because there's the whole try not to get hit while you're doing it.
Fair.
Just blast 7.
Yeah, or I could just stab him with my rapier.
That'll work.
Yeah, I'm going to
Ooh.
do that.
Yeah, because you get 2 attacks.
Mhm.
5th level. Grr.
Wait, no, I'm not 5th level. Am I 5th level?
We're
I am
5th
5th
level.
level. Just kidding.
We're 5th level in this campaign.
17?
There you go. Throw some damage down.
And then my...
I'm just checking wording.
Thank you for that, Al.
I'm used to doing this at my table because I'm DM. So.
That will be 12 damage for the rapier attack.
Jeez. Okay, that skeleton
Including
is
the hex.
shattered.
Beautiful.
Bones splinter and fly. Let's see. Darby gets to do something, even though she doesn't have an icon yet.
It is
You better fucking
disadvantage.
Let's see. Darby's going to
Making
take
a, it's aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you.
Yep.
You have disadvantage on the attack roll if you're within 5 feet of a hostile creature who can see you and isn't incapacitated.
That's good to know, and I cannot wait to torture my players with that.
Yep. Oh, they used to do, was it 2nd edition or 3rd? They got a free attack if you used a ranged attack within 5 feet.
That would make sense.
I want to
It's
say
like
that was
you're-
second?
That was 2nd?
I want to say second.
2nd? Okay. The joys of doing this for 30 plus years. Of course, here, the obligatory. Well, you know, back in my day, you weren't an elven rogue. You were just an elf.
I do
Paper and
have-
pencil. You didn't have these large auto calculation things.
I do have D&D books older than I am.
So, Les,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's Alice doing?
I'm good. I was checking the rules because I was a little confused about what just happened. But sort of less in relation to me anyway. So, did Darby attack someone or did she not punch on? I thought that's where we were at.
She took a shot
Who at?
at
who?
zombie number 1, or sorry, skeleton number 1.
Fuck it up.
No, she hit.
Hey, GG's.
Yeah, it's wounded.
Hell yeah. Yeah, my brain is just like
Would it help if I told you the skeletons were hot? Would that help direct you in a direction?
no, it's just like
Look at the bone structure on that skull. Look at that.
So, because I think that somebody told me this last time, because I have 2 attacks, but if I use a spell, you class it as just the one.
Okay, so point of clarity. You get 1 action.
Yeah.
So you get your move. You can use your move. You get 1 action per turn. You get 1 bonus action per turn, and you get 1 reaction between turns.
Yeah, I know that.
Cool. If you choose to attack, you roll 2 attack rolls.
Yeah.
If that's your main action. Now, if you spell, that's your action.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Extra
if I
attack
use
only
if it's
applies
melee.
if you attack.
Right.
But if my spell is an attacking spell.
You're casting a spell, not using an attack action.
Well, wait.
What the fuck just happened 2 seconds ago?
What spell are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about the fact that Sadie just used a spell and then used a
right,
rapier.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because she doesn't have 2 attacks. And then when I tried to use a spell 2 weeks ago, you were like, no, you just get 1.
But
and that's it.
Eldritch
And I was
Blast
like,
is an exception because you get 2 blasts starting at 5th level.
but she used 1 blast
But
and
it's
then 1
still a
sword?
spell action though.
Oh.
One blast. So it'd be 2 blasts.
What just
or
happened?
2 attacks.
Because I
Not
also
one and
have
one.
Eldritch Blast, which means I could attack 4 times. If
No.
that's the
Okay.
So yeah, that was a spell action. You can use your second Eldritch Blast, but you couldn't
Here-
switch to the rapier mid-turn.
Right. I should not
She
have
doesn't
allowed
have it. She doesn't have 2 attacks because I don't think so. Like I
Right.
think she only has 2 attacks when she uses Eldritch Blast, which is why I was
Right.
confused because that would pertain to me if I could do that.
Okay. So to keep things going
Y'all
today,
fucked me up. Yeah.
we'll sort that on the Discord later.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast at 5th level, you get 2 beams. Please don't split your attacks in the future.
Okay.
Cool.
So if I use Eldritch Blast, I attack twice, but that's my 1. Whereas if I use physical weapons, I can also attack twice.
Bingo.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify that. That's why I was confused because what just happened
So,
went against my
Ellis.
understanding.
Yeah.
Ellis, just a point.
No, it was more like for clarity's sake, so that I wasn't
Oh,
getting something
Okay,
wrong.
no, and part of that was on me
Yeah.
because I
No,
didn't.
fair.
I didn't remind Jenna that she was attacking with disadvantage technically with the Eldritch Blast because it was a melee. So
But I should have known that it was a ranged
It is
spell.
what it is. That's why I let her switch.
I'm
to
not
melee
calling
to fix
anybody
it.
out. I just if
No.
there's there's
you're
rules, I'd like to be a part of them.
I'm down with that. I am down with that. Speaking of rules, what rules would Ellis like to use?
I'm gonna punch on with some hand axes because I don't feel comfortable really moving very far.
Okay.
Because I'm sort of trying to keep an eye on the scrawny one. You know, sometimes it just be like that. I think I'm gonna throw one at 1.
Okay.
'Cause
1 axe goes flying at 1. Roll me the attack.
I can't see shit. 20.
A dirty 20.
Ooh.
Roll the
Yeah.
damage. Pretty sure that's the end of that guy, but we'll see.
And I get double dunked on.
That is the end of that guy. Your second axe.
Where the fuck am I looking?
Okay.
I'll throw my second one at 4.
Quick shout for
An 8.
for Marie to duck
She can't.
as it goes slinging between the 2 skeletons.
Sadie just goes, where?
As my bonus action.
As a bonus
I
action,
would like to have them back, please. At least 1.
Phoom.
Yeah.
Works for me.
My babies. Can I also move or no?
Yes, you can use your full
could.
movement.
I just want to, because there's only 3, so I just kind of want to park myself in line. I'm ready to punch on. I'm ready.
That works. That works. Number 3. Speaking of number 3, yoink.
They'll be right. It's 4 of them.
Oh.
It's going to go after the good Reverend.
Rude.
Ooh. And it will stab through him with a rusty short
Ew.
sword. No, it really won't stab through him. It'll more just like scare him a little bit.
I might need to tetanus shot for that one.
Yeah, all of 3 damage. So it doesn't really connect. Just kind
Yeah.
of like a moment where he has to turn and block a few times. Like, oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Yeah.
What's in this up to?
Innes is not the best pleased by the situation that the skeleton's just stepped towards him, even if it wasn't actually attacking him. Pull his arcane firearm from his belt. I'm going to use it. Yes, I'm going to use it. End of sentence.
Cool.
Okay, it's a ranged attack, so it's a disadvantage.
It is a ranged attack. Firebolt at disadvantage.
Okay. Works for
Throw
me.
his head off, Innes. There we go.
And he still managed.
Cancelled a nat 20.
Oh.
It cancelled a crit.
You hit though, so roll the damage.
But
for
it is with oh shoot, it's trying to give me crit damage now. It's saying it's 4d10 on Firebolt. That's not right.
I got your back.
If you right click it, you can choose not to crit.
Okay.
Never mind.
And then roll.
I got your back.
Plus an extra d8 for being fired from the arcane firearm.
There you go. That's a lot of damage. That's like a crazy amount of damage.
Nice.
And that's the end of that guy.
Just sort of personal space trigger.
Yeah. Oh. Very good, Innes.
The
Oh, he's
backfield
gone.
is cleared. 5 is going to, let's see, they're lined up perfectly. 5 is going to hit on Marie, and 4 is going to it's going to spar with Ellis. Ooh.
5's going to hit on Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Checking if she's up to
Not on
going
this
down.
bitch.
Yeah, Marie may have made an error in judgment in getting that close to it.
She didn't.
As she takes all of 3
I have
damage.
a reaction.
Reaction
I have
to
a
do
reaction that says "fuck off."
what? Which one is it in particular? This is
because she's within 5 feet of me and she's getting attacked, and I have a shield. I oppose disadvantage on your attack roll.
All right, make him roll again. All right, all right, all right.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
And he missed the second time. Okay.
Shit on.
Yeah.
I'll do it for 3 damage. I don't care.
It's a
my
bonus
life.
action. You're good to go.
I mean, professionally.
So talk to me about the Reverend. As we loop through.
Yeah. Am I within my regular movement range here?
You have a
how
move
far
of
can I-
30, which is 6 squares.
So
My
I
move
can
of 40.
basically, so I can flank number 4.
Absolutely.
So I just, I just come up to, I just kind of amble over to number 4, see stuff going down.
Okay.
Why you say, all right, Alice? Just nod towards Alice as we go past each other. All right, and then just double attack with the short sword, just keeping it simple.
Keeping it simple indeed.
So I'll click the +5. Yep.
Yep.
So it's 12.
12 is not going to be good enough.
Whoops. Easy. All right.
We don't use flanking rules, do we?
Offhand. Ooh, also not good enough.
Sorry. It's this bloody sand.
There's a reroll from the Book of Fate. Do you want to use it?
Are we using flanking or not?
I don't usually do flanking.
Okay. Just thought I'd
They're
check.
like, they got shit all HP. We'll smash them in like 2 seconds.
So,
No, we're saving it.
Yeah, I'll save it.
You probably
I
went
don't know what shit you got
right
up
through
your
the
sleeve.
ribs.
Fair enough. But it made the skeleton react. How's that? What's Lady Marie doing? Whoa, wait.
Polymorph has called for a reroll.
Never mind.
Stop, back up, and do it again.
Yep, let's do it again. Boddington gets one more roll.
Oh, dear. Nice. Somebody played a card.
We had a card played.
Oh.
Thank you.
Played.
Nice. I'll do +5. Come on now. Right, come on.
Come on.
I know it's a bit wobbly.
Make Polymorph feel good about this card.
Come on, boom. Let's do this. Oh, for the love of God.
Same thing again.
Wow.
Oh,
Your rolls are
damn.
cursed.
It's just...
D&D
oh, dear.
You know who you can blame? You can blame Pond. Because she had all your crits on Wednesday.
Yeah,
She used
Look, I'm about to do it again.
all of the crits. Oh, you are? All right, let's see
Yeah.
it.
We'll try.
We'll see it.
Nah.
I
You keep-
I
still
lost
hanging
on
on.
disadvantage.
I'm going to swing for number 5 because I have the hunter's mark on him.
Okay. Damage him.
Right. 10 points of damage.
Roll your mark.
6 for the mark.
All right, that's the end of
Hunter's
5.
mark always done me good. And then I'm going to use my second attack on the remaining one. And that is a 14.
That'll hit.
And 9 points of damage.
Okay. 9 it is. Anything else that I should know before we click the advance?
No, it's not worth burning a spell slot to hit extra for that. He's just a baby.
Okay, Sadie's up and is not engaged with anybody.
Yes. But would I be able to? I mean, okay, so Darby's pretty fucking skinny, so I know I can blast over them, but can I blast between Marie and Ellis?
Absolutely.
You can ask me to duck.
Yeah. And I'm not talking to Country, just, so also as my bonus action, I'm moving my hex over to that motherfucker.
That poor guy.
Yeah.
All right. Throw down your both attacks with the hex.
13?
Did roll the other one too. Let's put it all on the table here.
Ain't no kill like overkill.
And then 14.
Okay, so they'll roll 2 sets of Eldritch plus damage plus your hex damage. I'm just curious. Let's just see how much you can do at once.
6, 11, hold on. 6, 11, 21 total.
Okay, he had 4 hit points.
I murder him so dead.
Are we just contributing to the sand dunes at this point?
Yes, boom.
And he explodes from dark energy,
leaving 2 smoking feet.
Cool. You see Sadie's eyes just have like a glint of red as she's like calling upon her pact, doing blasty blasts.
Blasty blasts.
I'd like to get everybody back on the path.
I have not moved my position.
Back up.
I understood the assignment.
Back up.
Yeah, well, you said we strayed a little right.
I did not.
No, not you. Not you. I said Lantern said we strayed a little bit to the right, and so I moved to the left.
Yeah. You find
Are
the
we
path
back
again,
on the path?
and you're able to start to navigate your way back up the dunes, which is good. You're heading in the right direction. You can kind of see where the dunes start to kind of crest down a little bit and turn into that kind of like not quite prairie, but kind of a rocky, sandy dirt with that copse of palm trees. And as you start to come down the dune towards that, feeling like you have finally passed the worst of it, you suddenly hear the wind kick up and watch as the sand starts to slide rapidly across in front of you. Bones begin to swirl in that wind, and you watch as a massive behemoth of skeleton bones rises up in front of you.
I'm just going to go ahead and cast Mage Armor right now.
It stands
probably
16
not good.
feet. And it has multiple skulls coming down the sides of it, around its head area. You can actually see like each joint is a collection of them.
It's a big lad, isn't it?
You go to turn back and you watch as collections of zombies begin to rise up behind you as well.
That's not ideal.
And we'll see how you all handle this next week.
Ooh, cliffhanger.
As we're approaching 11 o'clock. Seems like a good place to stop.
Nice.
A little cliffhanger.
All this shit is forming. I'm casting Mage Armor. Just
yes.
putting it out there. I can do that at will. So
we have established Mage Armor will go up.
Yes.
Will go up. And yes, Dilgorf, you do know this adventure because you did play it with me once.
I mean, if we're throwing up magical armors. I'm getting frosty. So
I'd like to. How far did we get for like before the big skelly?
You're like right at the end of the dunes.
Right. So like, real quick, could I just scoop my hunter's mark over to it without casting it again?
How long does hunter's mark last?
Let me see.
No,
yeah. What about my hex?
I don't think you can, because I think if you can't move it within a combat round, I think it turns off.
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Yes. Same with hex.
Never mind. Yes, you can.
All right. Let's bump it up.
As a bonus action. Bink.
Okay. I just want it known that it is marked.
Yep, and I refunded the channel points for the +5 to a roll. They'll be there for you next time. We got you covered. Because I think I refunded them. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but you'll get them back by next time. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of the game, or the morning. So we do kind of need to wrap things up. Let's run around the table, reintroduce ourselves, who we were playing today. Had lots of interesting things happen. What was the thing that stood out as your favorite part of the morning? And we'll go in reverse order. So we will start with Jenna.
Ayo, Jenna Daggers, Mandalorian. I'm playing Sadie, the Bard block. My favorite part was probably the 25-minute discussion on what flag are we flying? Should we make a new one? What would the design be? As we had all of this shit going on.
I feel like
Trying
that's
to
gonna
decide
be a
what
good
all
thing
the
in the
crew
long
names
run.
were. Yeah. We just keep like switching out the flags when no one's watching. So I love seeing the start of a bit start. So
awesome.
That's probably my favorite.
Al?
My name is Snafu. I was playing Innis, the artificer. I think my favorite part of this was it feels more like Innis is becoming part of the party rather than also here. So yeah, I'm glad to feel more like part of the team.
Cool. Wiz?
Hello. Yep. So my name's Daryl, Daddy Wisdom across Twitch, variety streamer, and lots of chat. Favorite part today is the Reverend Boddington. I do like the professional relationship between himself and Ellis continues to develop, and a nod towards Sadie as well, where we refined we just kind of reconfirmed how the eyebrows are meant to work in certain situations as proper. We just kind of refreshed ourselves on the system we were using, basically. So it's none of this is really phasing. I think any of the professional killers in this band, basically, they're all like, oh, all right, and what have you. So I like that kind of that just kind of continues to develop as they just kind of realize that nobody is what they've said they are, but it's fine. And what I mean, they're kind of like they've got a professional respect growing. I think I like that. That's the Reverend Boddington today.
Okay, Les.
Hello. My name is Liz, and I play Ellis, the 100% professional bodyguard to the future emperor. And I think that my favorite part was taking a moment to shatter the confidence of the Lady Marie by siding in a decision with Sadie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like that. And I feel like you probably punched on about it later on. Did she subscribe to the Patreon and you'll find out?
We'll talk about that in a second. Pond?
Hello, everyone. I'm that other Pond. You can find me streaming over on Twitch. I play the Lady Marie, Imperial Princess, and Vengeance Paladin Human. I'd say my start of the night is probably the realization that Lady Marie does not want to fucking rule people. She had to make speech and people were giggling at her and she fucking hated that more than anything in the world.
Does she know why though? Does she know why that happened?
No, she doesn't. She was not born to be the next in line for the throne. It's
Do
very
you know why it
inconvenient.
happened? Do you know why it happened though?
Probably because of me, the player.
No, literally, while you were doing your speech, me and Daddy Wisdom were making fucking eyebrows at each other. Like,
Oh, I did.
literally-
Yes, I did notice
yeah.
that.
Sort of like, it's her job.
Except, Ellis is like standing right behind her, and everybody's watching her just be like,
And she hates it. She doesn't want to be emperor anymore. She never did anyway.
she's gonna be a
And-
pirate. It's okay. This is a ship. What are you
Yeah.
for?
It'll be fine. I also really appreciate the fact that it's fun playing Lady Marie because she's kind of a big bitch to everybody, and
She is a bit of a dick.
she is. But however, I just want to make it clear that's not me. I'm kind of soft, and I feel bad about it.
It's so good. I think it's the energy that the party needs to keep them in line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you will play. You will have a role to play.
It's right. Well,
Yeah.
at one point they'll all get drunk and it'll be lit.
And that's when the shanties will come out.
That is when the shanties will come out.
In the exclusive portraying content.
And the speaking of which, the link is there. What we're going to do is we're going to send you off here on Twitch to hang out with somebody else. We're going to raid out at the end of the stream. Then we're going to have a short conversation completely off the record about any wishes the party had, because I do believe that I should always end a game with stars and wishes. What did you like and what didn't you like? And I would like to give the players an opportunity to share their wishes with me without any pressure of an audience. So if they go, dude, that sucked, they feel comfortable saying that, and they don't have to feel bad that they said it in front of all of you here. And then we're going to have a hangout for about 15, 20 minutes. Just going to talk about some more of our own thoughts about how today went or our goals for upcoming games. And that will be posted on the Patreon that I have linked in the chat as a Patreon exclusive. You don't have to go all the way, just the basic tier will get you access to that post-game hangout. And the reason that Liz keeps talking about it is she's the one that told me I need to do it. So you can thank her for these opportunities. Also, yesterday I posted my first adventure on the Patreon, the Valley of Plenty, which I've run a couple times on stream, and I will be continuing to add adventures, at least a one-shot every month to the Patreon for subscribers to enjoy and integrate into their own games. Speaking of games, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for coffee and some variety gaming, and then I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the continuation of Ravenloft 1921. So it's still D&D, but it's D&D with Cthulhu in the Barovian Valley.
Cool.
So, yes.
Good shit.
Lots of fun and wacky with that game. So, if you haven't, also check out the chat. We have links to all of these amazing people, either on the Twitters or on the Twitches. Definitely check them out and share some love with them because they are amazing people. And I am blessed to start every Saturday in their company. And I can't think of a better group to hang out with on a Saturday. Okay, I can, but I don't think...
That was diplomatic silence.
I
there.
don't think it's fair, though, to hold you all up against the collected Avengers, because I feel like most of us would opt to hang out with the Avengers. But if they're not available, this is the best group to hang out with.
Awesome.
Yes, we'll do.
I'll say that.
I mean, let's be honest, Steve Rogers does have an amazing ass. So that's that. We're saying off here to see for the biscuit. He is currently playing Sea of Thieves, so you can keep up with your piratical fun. Thank you for hanging out. We will be back next Saturday, I think. Pond, are we back next Saturday?
Not sorry, I'm gonna be up to my eyeballs in coffee and paperwork.
We are off next Saturday. We have a week off. You have to wait a week to find out what happens with the skeletal juggernaut.
And I'm not going to be here the week after.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Stay safe, and we'll see you. See ya.